was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like an engine and we need to be fuelled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, like, we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
We wouldn't, yeah, true.
1864. We were first class then, and we're first class now. With a dream to spread cricket through Lancashire's towns, where girls and boys, with willow and leather, become more than a badge, but the red rose together.
A club where more than legends are made, but friendships, obsessions, moments replayed on our screens, in our minds, in our hearts forever. Because it's who we are, our DNA, the red rose together.
Statham, Briggs, Jimmy, Freddie and Joss, Chappie, Sir Clive Lloyd, Carol Hodges, Kate Cross. What a roll call. It's a hard one to measure, with future names still to be written on the red rose together.
We're all about people. It's what the red rose really means. Yeah, the ones signing autographs, but the ones behind the scenes.
Our community, grassroots, the ones that feel tethered. Whether you're from here or belong here, we're the red rose together.
And what about this place? Talk about world-class venues, internationals, gigs, events. You can choose from a menu of triumph, of disaster, of pain, or pleasure.
We've seen it all at Emirates Old Trafford, with the red rose together.
Red ball, white ball, lightning and thunder.
Have you ever sat back? Have you ever just wondered how far we've come? The storms we've weathered, or how far we'll go as the red rose together.
Kilburth Cricket Club on the outskirts of Leicester, and as you can see, we're just about to do the toss here between Leicestershire Foxes and the Lancashire Thunder. It's the Vitality Women's Cup T20 quarter-final. Both teams having obviously been victorious in their previous rounds. Thunder defeated Glamorgan up in Brecon, and the Leicestershire team, they had a closely fought contest with the Northampton Steelers. And as you can see, we've got Ellie Threlkeld and Becky Brooker just about to toss the coin. We are looking very well set today with the weather. A few grey clouds in the sky, but it should be an absolute humdinger of a game. I'm sure the Leicestershire girls are looking forward to taking on their Tier 1 opposition today.
I'm not used to winning the toss, so that.
Oh, hi. Hi.
I'm not used to this.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just follow my lead. I'm not either.
Follow you.
Ready? Hi, Becky, well done. You won the toss. That's the first step in any game, isn't it? So what are your thoughts behind bowling first on this occasion?
Yeah, I think we want to try and see what a good score is and know what we're chasing second half. So I think the wicket will stay pretty true throughout. So it's more around knowing what a good score is for us.
Perfect. And the girls excited about the opposition they're facing today? Looking forward to the challenge?
Yeah, massively. I think we've spoken a lot about taking opportunities, and you know, when you're a kid and you want to kind of test yourself against these sort of opposition, so it's something you dream about, and now we're getting the chance to. So for us, yeah, we're just going to give it our best, and hopefully we'll put up a good fight and we'll see where we end up.
Perfect. Well, I wish you well. I hope you have everything you dreamt of from this game, and I'll see you later. Well done.
Thank you.
See you later. Good luck.
Cheers.
Well, good afternoon, Ellie. Good season so far for you, and you're here in the quarter-final of this competition. In its inaugural year, you've got Tier 2 competition in the form of Leicestershire, and you've put up looks like you put up a really good, strong squad for today's match. What were your thoughts behind your selection for today?
Yeah, just obviously whoever was available, picking the best 11 possible. Really, obviously it's a quarter-final, so it's a great opportunity to put in a big performance and end up in finals day on Monday, so that's what we're looking to do today.
Absolutely. So any news of your team selection for today, that any changes from the black ball game that you can think of off the top of your head? For example, Fee Morris wasn't playing in Blackpool, was she? Is she back in? Yeah.
Fee Morris is back in, and other than that, I think it's pretty similar. Ailsa Lister's back in as well.
Okay.
So we're missing Mahika Gore today, and
somebody else whose name will come to both
really
of us. Yes.
Me off guard there, but,
sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, really happy with the squad we've got out, and hopefully we can put in a big performance today.
Perfect. Well, I wish you well. Hope the girls go well and you enjoy your match.
Thank you.
And
Well, welcome to Grace Road. It is lunch on the opening day between Lancashire and Leicestershire in the Rothesay County Championship fixture. Lancashire's men are batting first and have enjoyed a pretty good morning session. Just a 1 wicket to fall. Keaton Jennings, the man out for 27, got a pretty questionable LBW decision of the bowling of Logan Van Beek. It looked like it was potentially angling away down the leg side. However, the umpire gave him out. All this after Lancashire were asked to bat first. Leicestershire won the toss. Luke Wells is still going. He's unbeaten on 36, and Josh Bohannon is alongside him. They'll both resume after lunch. One change made by Lancashire on the back of that draw against Derbyshire last time out. No James Anderson. The view's been taken that he can't play back-to-back county championship fixtures, so he's unable to play. Will Williams coming in for Lancashire is the only change that they've made. So a pretty good morning session that for Lancashire. Lunch on the first day, batting first. They're 77 for 1.
Lancashire. We've been down, seen the pitch, a little bit green, but it'll be an exciting day's play here today. I'm joined by Ali Byrne, former Lancashire captain. I'm Toby Reynolds. Ali, how are you?
Doing well, Toby. Looking forward to this game. Should be a great contest.
Yeah, should be really, really good. We're here in the quarterfinals now. Umpires Gabby Byrne and Anna Harris will be out there, walking out to the field now, actually, as we speak. In the earlier rounds, Lancashire have played just one round so far, the third round. They beat Glamorgan by 81 runs, while Leicestershire have beaten Cheshire and Northamptonshire on their way to the quarterfinals. A little bit of underdogs today. They're a Tier 2 side, but should be an exciting day's play against Lancashire. Have had a very good start to their season so far today.
They certainly have, and they're not pulling any punches with their team selection, Toby. They've got 3 England internationals on show today, which will be great for the opposition to have an opportunity to play against. And Becky Brooker, their captain, did allude to that in our little chat at the beginning of the coverage today, so it should be very exciting for them.
Absolutely, yeah. Quickly, as you mentioned the teams there, I'll run through the teams quickly. Lancashire first. Tilly Kesteven, Emma Lamb, Seren Smale, Fee Morris, Ellie Threlkeld, Sophie Eccleston, one of the many England internationals you mentioned today, Alyssa Lister, Kate Cross, Tara Norris, Grace Potts and Sophie Morris rounds up the Lancashire side. And for Leicestershire, Becky Brooker, the skipper, Francesca Sweet, Flora Davis, Lucy Weston, Ellen Watson, Ellie Phillips, Laura Crofts, Danica Roth, Holly Winterfield, April Harathgay and Emma Thatcher. You see here opening the bowling, Emma Thatcher for Leicestershire. And I think that's Tilly Kesteven on strike, wearing the number 45 today. She only played one game so far this season, made 17 and a very good opening partnership with Emma Lamb, who has been in phenomenal form this season so far. Made 50 after 50 after 50, made the first hundreds of this new professional era as well.
Yeah, it's fact she's earned her number on her back as Kesteven. She didn't have one at Blackpool, so well done.
In comes Thatcher, full and straight and driven nicely by Kesteven, and finds the gap early on. Good start there. Lamb, sorry, that is. So that one goes all the way to the ropes. It does indeed for first ball. Lovely shot there from Emma Lamb, continuing the form she's been in. Brilliant form so far this season. Thatcher, full and straight and driven nicely by Kesteven, and finds the gap early on. Good start.
The work and the slope took it away from the young fielder there. Valiant attempt to catch up with it, to no avail.
Yeah, just rocked onto the front foot nicely there, as we've seen her do so well throughout the whole season so far. Two fielders out on the leg side on the boundary, everyone else inside the ring inside this 6-over power play. So that one's short, it's dragged up, it's up in the air, it's going to fall just short of those two fielders out on the rope, and they'll come through for a simple single in the end there. Emma Lamb rotating the strike.
She got a little bit lucky though, that top edge, it fell nicely from her perspective between the two fielders on that leg side, so it could have gone anywhere really. That would have been a scalp for the Leicestershire Foxes, wouldn't it? Yeah, it
would have been the start that they're really going to need, you'd think, today with this dangerous Lancashire batting lineup. Obviously Emma Lamb and Tilly Kesteven at the crease right now, but Seren Smale and Fee Morris still to come in. Morris off the back of 90 against Surrey earlier this season, is batting sort of 4 and 5 and coming back into the sides. Thatcher in again now. That was slashed by Kesteven, but only as far as extra cover there. Laura Crofts. Lovely sunny day here.
Beautiful, isn't it? Actually, there's a tiny bit of breeze down on the pitch, which will help to keep the players cool. Left-handed Kesteven is on strike again.
Into the leg side this time. Going to come through for a quick single. They will indeed. Slightly wayward throw, but no extras from it. Move on to 6 now to Lancashire. As you mentioned, the slight opportunity so far, the top edge from Emma Lamb. We probably won't see her make too many mistakes, you'd assume, with the form she's been in, and if she does, Leicestershire will have to capitalise. Dismiss the dangerous batter. Full and straight this time, down the leg side, fraction 2 straight from Thatcher. The two fielders are still out there on that leg side boundary, the only two outside the ring inside the power play. A deep square and quite a wide cow corner as well. In again. Lamb onto the front foot. Inside half of the bat this time though from Emma Lamb. Good amount of in-swing we've seen so far from the left armour, Thatcher.
Yeah, she looks promising, this bowler.
Slow ball, full toss this time and put away by Lamb. Can't bowl there to Emma Lamb, and she dispatches that one for a second boundary of the day. Another one through the covers. Just going onto the front foot as she does so elegantly, and punishing the full toss there from Thatcher. 11 from the first over now Lancashire looking in good command so far.
Yeah, I think she was helped by that last ball. I think Thatcher was trying to put in a slower ball on that occasion. Yeah, so we're moving into the second over. Be interesting to see who Becky Brooker calls up into service. Captain Brooker, of course, very excited about the prospect of taking on Lancashire today.
Yeah, victory here will see him go into semi-finals of this competition, FA Cup style.
Yeah.
Looks like Ellie Phillips coming in now, round the wicket. And just whistles past the outside edge there first up. A very good start there.
Yeah. Signed from Warwickshire at the beginning of the season, as Phillips. From that first ball, she looks like a good acquisition already.
Yeah, coming off the back of a couple twofers in the County Cup so far as well. Comes in now, and that's slightly outside off, and they're going to come through for a quick single here. Good calling there from Emma Lamb, running to the danger end. Kesteven just prodding that one into the offsides.
Yeah, should be pleased to get that one. Lamb is very good at calling, running between the wickets. She's a good caller, she's a good positive caller, and she's running between the wickets. Brings Lamb onto strike from the clubhouse end, as it's known in these parts. Usually it's the pavilion, but no, it's the clubhouse end.
I think it shows that we're in the middle of Leicestershire here. It's a lovely ground though.
Oh, it's gorgeous, it really is, surrounded with trees and open countryside.
In comes Phillips again now, and Edgston, whistles past the keeper there, going to run away for another boundary. Slightly fortuitous again here from Lamb, but she's going to cash in. Bit too much width on offer there from Phillips, and as I say, Lamb slashes at that one, finds a thick outside edge, and just too far there from the keeper to be able to get close to there, Ellen Watson.
Yeah, she got a little bit of fortune on her side so far as Lamb, hasn't she? A couple of little half chances, edges.
Onto the back foot this time, and punches that one straight, but to no avail. Dot ball straight out to Lucy Weston there in the covers. It's been a good start so far from Phillips, finding the edge of Lamb already. Some's gone past the outside edge as well. There's another one cut down nicely, but good fielding there. They're going to come through for just a single, but a really good stop there from Flora Davis at backward point. Gets down well to her left and gets a strong hand, otherwise that would have flown away for an inevitable boundary.
Yeah, that was a definite boundary. That was a super bit of point fielding there from number 30.
See a slip in as well now. I'd like to see this. Trying to put a bit more pressure on Kesteven. A little bit younger, not played as much this year, not in as good as form. No one is really in the country as Emma Lamb though. That's onto the pads, chip back to the ball, it's gone! There's the wicket. Leicester have their early breakthrough that they've been desperate for. Kesteven goes for 2. And Ellie Phillips with a big wicket. They're going to need to take consistent wickets throughout, you'd think, to try and pin back this dangerous Lancashire side, and that's the first one. The first of many, they'll be hoping.
Yeah, it seemed to pop up at her, that one, a little bit. Caught her by surprise, whether it was the bounce of the pitch, whether it was a bit faster than she was expecting. We can't really tell from here, but it certainly surprised Kesteven on that occasion.
Possibly a slow ball? No, possibly held in the pitch a fraction.
Potentially, yeah.
And I think it nipped away a fraction from Kesteven, and looking to turn it into the leg side, found the outside edge, and big celebrations there for Leicestershire.
Yeah, but if you bowl it in the right places, you eventually reap your reward, and that was definitely in the right place. For the Leicestershire Foxes, that's brought out number 47, Seren Smale, in at 3. Of course, regular opener for Lancashire last season. Chipped in here and there with a few contributions, but I think she'll be slightly overshadowed this season by the amazing form of Emma Lamb and, of course, Eve Jones. So a lot of her contributions have potentially gone unnoticed. So she's in early today, so she can. She's got a chance to show her skills in full.
Yeah, and moving up the order as well, without Katie Mack in there, who's been pretty good down in at number 3 generally. So should we have an opportunity here? Should we continue here? And down the leg sides, wide first up there to Emma Lamb. Emma Thatcher does continue with her left arm. Looked good in the first over, found the top edge of Lamb, who dropped back to pull, but it fell pretty comfortably short in the end of the 2 fielders out there, deep on the leg side, still out there now, patrolling the rope. Thatcher in again, and Fulham driven outside edge, no! Whistles past again. There's been a few times now the ball's nipped away and gone past an outside edge. That one went away quite a long way in the end.
We were right. It's a good seamers pitch, this, isn't it? They're getting a lot of movement.
Yeah, I think, well, he spoke to skipper Becky Brooker earlier, and she said he wanted to see what the pitch was like. That was full and cut away, and it looks so far they've had good conditions with the ball. As you mentioned, very green out there as well, and they're making the most of it.
They certainly are. They're bowling it in the right places as well, apart from that perhaps one full toss in the previous over. They've all been there or thereabouts.
That was just into the offside. They'll come through for another single there, but good rotation there from Emma Lamb again. Just brings Smale onto face for her first delivery of the day.
Yeah, it's all set up for Smale here. She will not waste much time scoring runs. She's a quick scorer. Smale got a great scoring rate.
That one's just defended, rocks onto the front foot, solid there start for Sarah and Smale.
There's quite a few spectators in already on each boundary, a few sheltering in the shade to our right, a few brave souls out in the sunshine to our left.
Yeah, great day to work on the tan. And again from Thatcher, and just prodded away into the offside this time from Smale. Just gauging the pitch, seeing how it's playing, I'm sure. And yeah, mentioning earlier, Becky Brooker was just saying that sent Lancashire in, to just see what a good score might be and know what they're going to chase, and hopefully put pressure on this Lancashire side here. Out slow ball, full toss, and smash there from Smale. Going to beat the fielders, it does. Between both of them, it's going to go all the way to the for 4. Lovely shot there, and a good start for Smale. As it runs down towards the clubhouse, towards us.
Yeah, it just shows that's a really quick outfield, because there's 2 fielders very close to the ball there. Neither of them, despite valiant efforts, could get near it. So, as are most of the outfields at the moment, they're pretty quick around about the counties and all these village greens, so all quick.
Yeah, you can see it's, you might not see on camera, but for us here it's quite a dry outfield, but also quite green. But it means it's very rock hard, and the ball will race away, as you saw in that last delivery there. If you get anything on it, it's going to fly down towards us here at the clubhouse.
And that's taken the score on to 23 after the first 3 overs. 23 for the loss of the 1 wicket of Kestevan out for 2. Caught and bowled. Not a bad scoring rate.
No, they're going very well here at Lancashire. But that big wicket, I'm sure, will have pleased Leicestershire as well. Phillips to continue now. Outside off, and Lamb just pushes that one into the covers. Dot ball. Fielded well again there by Lucy Westham.
Yeah, she's dealt with her work in the covers very efficiently so far today.
In she comes again now, and sliced that one. Guided really delicately, but really well there from Lamb. It's going to be another boundary. She's flying now, moves on to 19 from just 12 deliveries. That's a really gorgeous shot, just rocks back and runs it off the face of the bat.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Looks just as good on the replay.
She's already been in tremendous form, already mentioned so far today, but made 130 not out opening rounds against the Blaze. She's made 50s against Somerset, Hampshire, the Blaze again. Warwickshire and Durham. Pretty much every county on the circuit she's made runs against.
She has indeed.
Phillipson again, and slice this time from Lamb, but misses out this time.
That was clever bowling from Leicestershire there, because Lamb did take a tiny little stride forward as if she was looking to drive, and the bowler just pulled her length back a little bit, so well spotted, well done.
Yeah, it's been good so far from Leicestershire. They've had one reward, but have bowled well, bowled tidily generally, and that one's a bit more width, and that's a gorgeous one. Pings off the bat, you can hear the sound echoing around the ground here at Kibworth. Lamb picks up another boundary, moves on to 23 now. That was just too much width on offer.
Yeah, she's definitely looking to drive Islam. She's not waiting for it. She's trying to gain some of that movement, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
She's got Leicestershire have got a deep third. I'm trying to find their second boundary. They've got
deep
somebody
square as well.
Square.
Yeah,
they're only allowed a couple outs in this period of play.
Full and straight, and Lamb this time into the leg side. Going to come through for a quick single. Could be tight. Makes a home safe. Direct hit, I'm sure, would have been tight, but gets through for the single. Moves to 24 now.
Yeah, she's moving the scoring right along really quickly as Lamb. And Smales comes to the crease, and between them they've really accelerated. She wore that one though, didn't she, after the ball? She'll have a nice sprue, I think, on the back of the calf potentially there.
Yeah, it brings Smale back onto face. Off the mark with the boundary. Last ball she faced. That was a bit shorter and just tickled away into the leg side. Thoughts of two, but we'll have to settle for the single. That ends the over. Smale retains the strike. 33 for one now. Lancashire find themselves. Smale on 5 or 4. Emma Lamb 24 or 15. She's rocketing along so far, and without a huge amount of risk. Just the one semi-mistake, maybe two semi-mistakes with a thick outside edge and also a top edge that fell well short of the fielders on the rope.
Yeah.
She's been ruthless so far.
So the run rate is 8 1/4 at the moment, which is just quite healthy from Lancashire, but it's certainly not out of reach if it was to remain such throughout the game. We've not run away with it quite yet. Still work to be done.
Yeah, we've seen scores in excess of 200 in this competition so far, so nothing's out of the question. Change of bowler here. Holly Whitfield into the attack now. We've seen 2 overs from Emma Thatcher and 2 from Ellie Phillips as well. Here comes Whitfield though, and driven nicely. Going to come through for just a single. Smale doesn't quite get a hold of that one, but enough to get down the other end.
Again, that was really positive running from Smale. She hit it right at the fielder and took off like a little rabbit. Put pressure on the fielder. I think it was the skipper Brooker, slight misfield, and that gave Lancashire that run.
That was a bit straighter this time, targeting the stumps is Whitfield, but dot ball she'll be happy with.
And you could hear the grunt of effort from over here from Whitfield. She put a little bit of extra in that.
Yeah, you mentioned the ball before, Smale just hit the ball and set off. I think that intent is so crucial in T20 cricket in particular. You've not got many deliveries, you've got to try and rotate the strike where possible. That was a bit shorter and cut away nicely by Lamb. Thoughts of a single, they'll come through after the misfield there. A little bit of hesitation though from Lamb and Smale.
Yeah, they were very watchful there. They went to look for the run, stopped, saw the misfield, then called again, so that's good batting.
Whitfield in here. That was shorter, wider, but cut straight to the fielder. Well fielded there in the covers. Not allowing any easy singles that time at Leicestershire. 2 fielders out sweeping at the moment. One at deep square, one in deep cover. She can be that fraction shorter, and that time she is again pushed out into the covers and well fielded down there at Backle Point. Means they'll just get through for the one.
Yeah, she looks a bit pacey, does Whitfield, doesn't she? I think initially Smale was looking to perhaps cut that a little bit squarer than she did, and she just ran out of time and just punched it off the back foot instead.
Final ball of the 5th over here. Whitfield in. Full and straight and driven nicely. Come through for another single. Lamb as well to get down the other ends. Ends the over 37 for 1. 5 overs gone. Lamb on 26 off 18. Smale 7 off 7.
Yeah, so the run rate actually has gone down a little tiny bit. It's less than 8, which is always got to keep an eye on these things. As a fielding captain, you don't want any of the run rates to get crazy. You want to keep it nice and tight. And obviously, Lancashire Thunder are really trying to push these singles and make the most of every single scoring opportunity. So it's tightly balanced. I feel still at this stage, Toby.
Absolutely, yeah. I think Lancashire yet to run away with it in perhaps a way they would have hoped and expected to against their Tier 2 opposition, but Leicestershire performing really well and still fighting well in this game.
So the captain's making a few little alterations to her field. She's got deep mid-wicket. Trying to look for the second boundary rider.
Deep square as well.
Deep square, there you go. No?
Oh, that's the one out there. They only have one outside the ring.
Yep. They've only got one. It's brave captaincy. It's a dot ball. Nice bit of bowling.
Yeah, 2 fielders inside the ring in the mid-wicket region as well. One a little bit shorter in there catching, another one a little bit squarer, a little bit deeper. And yeah, just the one fielder outside the ring.
And he takes that ball to be a couple of inches not where the bowler wanted it, and the alarm bells will be ringing, but that's very good. She's got that ring nice and tight. Dot ball again, good from Phillips.
Yeah, just the one fielder outside the ring, deep square leg. Otherwise, you've got pretty regulation offside field, mid off, short extra, regulation cover and a backward point. Also a short fine leg. No third man though, so can't offer any width.
Strides Phillips. Oh, and they've really got a scamper for this one. That would have been a direct hit, would have been out. Smale got a bit lucky there. One run. Very lucky, in fact.
Yeah, final over the power play as well here, so this is Lancashire's time to really push on, you'd think. It's generally one of the most productive overs in the T20, the 6th over here.
So Phillips coming in for the Abbots Road end. Right arm over. It's cut! It's gone straight to a fielder, which is just as well. There's no cover on that boundary, remember guys. Dot ball, good bowling from Phillips. Confident captain taking out that boundary rider.
Yeah, getting the ball to move around a lot still is Phillips. That one swung in quite a long way.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good from Leicestershire Foxes at the moment. That's driven straight to a fielder. Good bowling. Well stopped there.
Yeah, Ollie Whitfield there.
Got down well from tall player.
Yeah, bowling at the other end in the field this time and making a big contribution here. Just one run from the first 5 deliveries. One ball remains inside the power play. Lancashire sure will be looking to try and capitalise.
Phillips in. Driven. Again. Fielded very nicely at short cover. And that is a superb over from Phillips. 38 for 1. Cracking over that. That could be quite significant towards the end of this innings, that over.
Yeah, you think
and
so.
That's the end of the power play, as you quite rightly said, Toby. The umpire's just stretching his arms out in a familiar windmill manner, just in case there was somebody 4 miles away who couldn't see it. We've got a wasp buzzing around us at the moment. Off you go, Toby. You're on wasp duties. That's a boy's job.
Have to get a cloth out and start trying to shepherd it away.
Give it a bit of a waft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we put the tall, quick bowler in the shape of Whitfield to continue from the from our end.
Three fielders outside the ring now. In comes Whitfield.
That's a nice flick of the hips, and again Brooke has got her field positioned absolutely perfectly. That's gone straight to short mid wicket. regulation stop.
Yeah, fielders outside the ring currently. There's a deep third man, deep cover, and also deep square leg.
Whitfield very forceful at the crease. That's gone out to deep cover for 1 run. Unless there's an overflow, of course, overthrow, but there isn't. 1 run. 39 the score.
Yeah, that's another issue that batting teams often generally have outside the power plays. Now with more fielders outside the ring, you have to be that fraction more aggressive and take a few more risks without as much reward.
It's a nice straight drive, lovely shot from Smale. Didn't overhit it, just pushed it straight down the ground in between the mid-off and mid-on area, and that's 4 runs. And actually, that's the first one for 3 overs, and in T20 that's fairly unusual, so they needed that, did Lancashire.
Yeah, gorgeous shot there from Smale. Didn't try to overhit it, just kind of rocked up a little bit flamingo with the back foot coming through as well. But
she does like
really
those
nice.
shots.
Yeah.
Plays a few one-handed ones as well, does Smale. 43 the score.
Just timed it so well, and it flew away, as we've already mentioned, across this really rock-hard outfield.
Whitfield. Short. Smale's got hold of that. Off the back foot, flicked it out towards the cover area, which is fielded beautifully by the fielder out there. 1 bounce into the keeper, very nice. 1 run.
Yeah, Whitfield as well, coming off the back of 4 for 13 against Northamptonshire.
Bit short again from Whitfield. This time it's a bit wide with the fielder over there, and I think she's going to squirt that through the point area for 4 runs. Great shots.
Yeah, nice there from Lamb. Moves into the 30s now, just rocked back and opened the face. We've seen her do that a few times.
Yeah.
It's a great success, just guided that one. Covers quite straight, which means that there is that opportunity, if you are offered width, to just get behind it and slash it back with a point.
Whitfield's gone short this time. She's pulled that round to fine leg. That's like shelling peas for Emma Lamb. You can't bowl it there to Emma Lamb. 4 runs.
Brings up the 50 for Lancashire as well.
Yes,
on the
indeed.
7th over.
52 in fact. Lamb moves to 36. Smale's already on 12. So it's a dangerous looking partnership developing.
Yeah, I think Lamb is the key wicket here. She's been in fantastic form this season, and if they can't dismiss her and she goes on to make a big score, I think it'd be very tricky for Leicestershire. But so far they've bowled well. They've bowled pretty attritionally at the back end of that power play, and that last over was Lamb just putting her foot to her pedal down, foot on the pedal,
scoring,
and going
right?
on.
She's got her 36 already 25 and Smale's 12 after her 12 balls faced. So yeah, good scoring from both of these players.
Yeah, 7 boundaries for Emma Lamb as well. All round the ground. That last one through fine legs, hit fair few through point and cover as well.
Aha, we have. So 52 at the end of that over for loss of 1, and we've got a change of bowler. This will be interesting. This is
April Herethgate.
It is. I wondered if it was April. Yes.
Leg spin. We'll see here.
Sri Lankan descent.
Yeah.
Uncle played for Sri Lanka. Captained it, I think. So she'll have a cricket brain on her. Medic, Nottingham Uni. She's just clipped that off her hip as Smale. She's done nothing with it. She's going to get at least 2 for this. That's a great stop on the boundary. Saved 2 runs. 2 for Smale. Thatcher on that boundary.
I think they managed to come back for a 3rd actually.
Oh, good running.
Very good running.
running.
It's a tricky one there from Herethgate, just trying to target the stumps, and as you mentioned, the thinnest of edges or inside edge was planned really by Smale. It's tricky for the bowler.
Getting value for your shots here. She's tried to sweep that, and I don't know what it's hit, but she didn't connect, and the keeper can swoop around behind Smale and collect that in easily. Dot ball, I think.
Watson did well to get down the leg side and stop that one.
Bowler's coming in. Cut beautifully down towards us. not a lot of power in it, so they'll get at least 2, but it won't run away. 2 more's the total.
Delicate there by Lamb.
Lovely. Moves on to 58, sorry.
We've seen her use all of her shots so far. A lot of finesse, but also a lot of power. Just rotating the strike nicely as well. And
left that one. Yeah. Umpire Gabby Brown had no choice but to give that as a wide. She's got a quick arm action, hasn't she, bowler? Oh, very quick. That's a better line. Dab down into mid-wicket for 1 run.
Getting the ball to grip a little bit. Is Harith go?
Well, I can't actually see the screen. The sun's at a really funny angle, so I'm going on what you're saying on the replays here, Toby. So if I miss anything, please feel free to chip in, because I cannot see the screen. In the leggies coming in again, and that's smacked through the covers off the back foot. Just the one. Fielded well. Cover boundary. 1 more into the total. 61 the total. Still 1 wicket down. That of Kesteven. Early doors. Out for 2. Caught and bowled. She comes again. She cuts again. Beats the dive at point. Gone down to deep point, but won't be the fielder that's sweeping around from cover down to deep point. Took a single there. Keeper's just in that point fielder slightly. She comes again. Pulled a bit short, and that's beautifully fielded at short mid-wicket. I thought it had gone already to the boundary then, but then I looked and the fielder had dived all over it, so good end for the over there. 62 for 1. Promising over from Lancashire, but some great fielding on show from the Leicestershire Foxes. So moving to the 9th over, this quarter-final of the Vitality Women's Cup here in Kibworth. It's looking good, Toby. Got a match on here, haven't we?
Very much so. It's been an exciting start for both sides here. I think Leicester should be happy they're still in the game, and Lancashire haven't run away with it, but Lancashire starting to set a platform here, and we've seen Lamb already start to hit a few boundaries and put a foot down, and Smale similarly following suit, but you know, a wicket or 2 here and Leicester should be right back in the game. Change of bowling here as well. I think that's Laura Crofts coming in.
I think you're right, Laura Crofts. All-rounder. Another one signed from Warwickshire, actually. Down the road, up the M1. Down the M1, up the M6, down the M6, whichever road she comes from. And she comes, medium pace, off the back foot. Smale out towards that boundary, and they're going to try for a second run, and that's super. Oh, and she's been given! She's been given! Smale has run Lamb out, going for a second run. What a great throw from the boundary. I was just about to say she just made it in. Umpire Anthill. Harris, sorry, not Anthill is a completely different thing. Ant Harris raised his finger, and that's Emma Lamb run out.
Yeah, you can see how disappointed she is. She was set and going really, really well, looking to push on and get a big score, I'm sure, ahead of heading off to join the England girls in a short time, but run out for 41.
And you know what? I think that's 3 times only, less than 3 times when she's been out for less than 50, I think, if ever. I'm trying to think of a time when I was watching her play. Somebody will remind me, but yeah, it's very rare that Lamb hasn't reached her 50 this season, so there you go, folks. If you need to get Emma Lamb out, you have to run her out.
And yeah, that is an incredible piece of fielding. Can't quite see who that was out there on the deep cover boundary, but covered a lot of ground, got round, and then direct hit from 50, 60 yards right out on the boundary. Phenomenal. And that could be the big wicket that Leicester have been looking for.
However, in comes the very experienced, very talented bat, that is, in the shape of Fee Morris. Missed a couple of games through illness and injury, so she'll be bursting to get back into the action, no doubt. Calm head, very experienced player is Morris. Having been around the circuit for a while. As Crofts comes in to continue her over from the pavilion end, so to speak. And that's a good straight cover drive out towards the covers, and it's going to beat the fielder. There's a little bit of anger in there from Smale. She's probably annoyed with herself with her part in the run out. So she's taking out on the ball there, as you do.
Yeah, lovely shot again there from Smale. We've seen her put out a few really nice drives so far, and that's probably the best yet. Through the covers, just didn't give any opportunity out there on the rope.
Not much wrong with the ball from Coates. Perhaps a little bit over pitch potentially, but not much. And this time she's gone off the back foot, and that sounded really, really lovely off the bat, but misdirected slightly. Fielder feels it easily. Coates is in. Drives off the back foot again, does Smale out to the cover area for one run. Brings Morris onto strike, another right-hander. Just taking guard. And she's got a deep square. Long on and long off have both been brought in onto the one. It's deep cover.
I like this captaincy from Becky Brooker.
She's bold, isn't she? She's trying to keep Morris on the singles. Oh, it's close. It's been given. Caught behind. Antares has given it. Not sure Morris thought she hit it, but Antares has given that decision, and the Leicestershire Foxes are absolutely over the moon. Morris has gone for not very much. In fact, not anything, I'm afraid. It's a duck for Fee Morris.
Yeah, first ball there for Morris.
Captain is coming in.
Phenomenal take from behind the stumps. Ellen Watson did really well to keep hold of that, and gets Crofts another wicket. Well, her first wicket inside the over. Another one for Leicestershire inside the over. 2 wickets and just 5 runs.
What an over from Crofts. So, Captain Threlkeld tries to the crease. She's no stranger to this sort of situation, having played some really pivotal innings for Lancashire in the 50 over contest this year. We've seen them home on 2 occasions, once from quite a long way out from the finishing line, but she's going to have to play that sort of innings batting first today. Great bit of keeping as well there. Those little fine edges are not always easy to take.
Yeah, very much so.
Ellie Watson behind the stumps today.
I think again it's probably a little bit of that pressure that's being built from the captaincy of Becky Brooker. Being super aggressive, just 2 fielders outside the ring, even though we're in the second power play here, and they can have up to 4.
Well left. Oh, wide ball given.
We'll look to finish strong here. Does Crofts. Skipper Eddie Threlkeld in.
Nice drive from Threlkeld, which has found the bowler's hands. What an over from Laura Crofts. 2 wickets in that over. Lancashire have moved on to 70, so just given 8 runs away, but more importantly she's got 2 crucial wickets, that of Emma Lamb, Lamb run out, and of course caught behind. And Fee Morris, 2 wickets for the Foxes, that is. Of course she won't get the credit for the run out. Wish she would. I bet she wishes she would, I should say.
No, yeah, I think that was Lucy Weston out on the boundary. I think managed to work out with a direct hit from 50 yards or so.
Moving into 10th over, the leg spinner to continue. Into Smale, watchful. Dot ball. Rothgay, good start. And they're getting a bit chirpy in the field now, the Foxes. A bit happier after those 2 wickets. Thumped that one as Smale, but straight to the fielder. Yeah, Smale's picking out the fielders at the moment with 1 or 2 of these.
That's what the pressure's starting to build, I think, can Just change the batter's mindset a fraction.
And she's found the gap this time, and it's beat the short fielder, and that's just about, I think, going to trickles the boundary, but that is a long chase, the fielder, and I do believe she managed to stop it. That's a really good piece of fielding out that long boundary.
Yeah, the skipper
Well
herself,
done.
I think, Becky Brooker, chased that a long, long way down to the far end away from us.
Yeah, great piece of running in the field. And they run. Threlkeld on strike. Drives again, past the diving bowler on this occasion for a single. Fielded at mid-off. Sorry, mid-on.
It's just going to be sensible cricket as much as anything else now, I'm sure, from Lancashire. Start to just rebuild 2 quick wickets.
It's a good shot off the back foot from Smale into the covers. Again, that's a bullet arm from boundary there. I wouldn't like to take that arm on.
Yeah, Davis out there. Really, really good. Flora Davis.
Yeah, great arm. Threlkeld on strike. Driven again. Same position. Up to long on. There's a big gap there. 1 run. Threlkeld. I mean, she'll be happy to do this. She's happy to play that supporting role, rotating the strike, getting the set batter on strike as much as possible. But then she's equally happily taking over the reins if and when that partner gets out. So she's playing a proper captain's role here.
That's going to be key here. 10 overs in now, 76 for 3. Lancashire started off really, really strongly. We're looking in dominant fashion with, as you'd expect, Emma Lamb, 41 off 29 she made. Alongside Kesteven, who opened the batting, only made 2. And Lancashire fell from 64 for 1 to 69 for 3 inside a devastating over with Lamb and Fee Morris both falling.
Yep.
See Crofts continuing now, full and straight, and driven nicely by Threlkeld, down the ground, sets off instantly, will make it through for the single. Good again there from the skipper. Just hit and run cricket, but as you say, she's going to play second fiddle here, I'm sure, to Sarah Smale, who has been timing it really well so far. Found a few boundaries on the way through as well. 3-4 she's hit at the moment.
26 off 22 balls faced. Good strike rate. You'd be happy with that at any level.
Very much so. Drop out the fielders, long on and long off, both going out for the set. Smale. That was shorter, pulled away nicely, but straight out to Flora Davis here at Cow Corner, just for a single in the end.
Cow Corner, love that phrase. I think it's probably, I don't know the origin, is it to do with agricultural shops maybe? A bit of village, hoiking it out to leg?
I think it's meant to be at school, Dulwich College, they had a cow shed.
Really?
I think that's what Wikipedia suggests. That was tickled into the leg side, single there.
That. I love that.
But I think that might just be a
urban myth.
Urban myth, exactly.
A Wikipedia myth.
Yeah. That one's another single there, and 79 Lancashire move on to. 3 singles start off Crofts over here, the 11th. That was shorter and into the leg side again. That was going to go for 4, I think. It will indeed. Smale times that one well and gets it behind square. Picks up first boundary in a little bit. Moves into 30s as well now. 31 off 24. She's looking to try and take on this Leicestershire attack.
Yeah.
Threlkeld, I think, down the other end, as we've already suggested, will probably try and just play second fiddle and get the set batter on. Now to the offside this time, but straight to the fielder.
That's a good pick-up.
Timed it nicely again, but no run from it. Good fielding in there at Danica Roth in the covers. Run rate just over 7.5 at the moment. Down the leg side, it's going to be a wide ball and it could go all the way for 4.
I think it is.
Will indeed. That's going to be pretty tricky there from Leicestershire, adding to the total 5 runs from it, including the wides. Move on to 88 to Lancashire. Umpire still signalling, I think, waiting for the scorers.
The scorers have got 2 table tennis bats with a bit of lime green paper on to indicate whether they've seen the fours or not. I do love this high-tech stuff we've got here at Kidbrooke. This is a lovely club, it really is. It's got a real family feel about it.
Full and straight and driven through the offside this time. Timed nicely by Smale. They'll look to come back for 2. Threlkeld thinks about it, but turns away Smale at the end there. 89 for 3, Lancashire. 11 overs gone.
Got to say, Toby, I've been really impressed with the fielding from the Leicestershire Foxes. Bearing in mind, to those people who aren't quite sure of what we're seeing here in terms of the bit of context to this, the girls who play and women who play for Leicestershire are amateurs completely. They may get together once a week if they're lucky as a group of players to train together. Other than that, they're doing their own training with by themselves. Whereas most of these Lancashire players are full-time pros. They'll be training regularly and frequently, with all the facilities that they've got available to them at Emirates Old Trafford. So it's a big difference.
Breath going again now. This one's cut through the offside. Going to push for 2 here. Threlkeld's quick between the wickets. Going to call back for it. They will make it. All tight, maybe not. No, Smale does in the end.
As I say, she's got a bullet arm out there. I wouldn't take a run to that. And there's nothing of her, is there? She's a very slightly built young woman, but great timing, great arm. Yeah,
it looked like Smale was going to make it through pretty comfortably in the end there, and then the ball just soared straight to the keeper, and it was pretty tight in the end.
That's one of the quickest arms I've seen in Tier 1, let alone Tier 2.
Use of feet this time from Smale, and just nudges it down the ground, rotates the strike well, brings Lancashire skipper Ellie Threlkeld on strike.
Yeah, so this is a fairly new clubhouse actually. It was only built in 2005. The house is over to the left of us. That used to be their pitch.
Down the leg side and just chipped away out to square leg. Going to push for 2. Threlkeld's quick again. Calls early. Another good arm there. Slightly away with that time, and Smale does get back for the seconds.
So they sold the land and completely rebuilt these lovely 2 pitches here, both of which equally beautiful. Lovely clubhouse with a nice balcony for players to sit and watch their cricket, and we've just had a really nice lunch, haven't we, Tobes?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. That was just guided through point for a single. Chicken katsu curry. Some sweet potatoes.
Very nice.
Korean slaw, I think, in there as well. Really
Korean
slaw, I think it was.
Korean slaw.
Yeah, both, I guess.
Both.
Curry and Korean slaw.
Yeah. They obviously take great pride in their catering here as well. It's one of the better teas we've had. Lunches. Seems weird having food before the game, but that's T20 for you.
Quick fire here. Slight change of fields. Mid wickets just dropped in behind point. That was into the leg side, straight where that fielder was. They'll come back for 2 here, I reckon. It's going to be tight again.
Whether they should or not is another matter. That was very close, but you know what? That's T20 cricket for you.
Yeah, good running there from Smale.
Got to do it.
Threlkeld's already shown how proactive she wants to be running between the wickets, and Smale's following suit here. Push through for a 2 there. 97 for 3 Lancashire now. Smale on to 37. Just easing her way through the innings at the moment. Now she drops back and cuts that one. They'll push for 2 again, I'm sure. Threlkeld's called it early. She set back. They should make it. They do indeed. But another bullet arm.
Flat as well.
Ends the 12th over there. 99 for 3 now.
I think she must have had 3 shredded wheats this morning for breakfast. Other cereals are available, obviously, but yeah, very impressed. I wonder if she throws a javelin. I bet she does. I bet she throws a javelin at school.
It does look a little bit with that kind of cross step, a hatch step, I think, coming through. And then, yeah, launches it in.
99 for 3. 12 overs. Run rate's crept up a little bit with Smale's recent boundaries, and of course that 5 wides helped that run rate slightly.
Yeah, Danica Ross now coming into the attack. This is a little bit of off spin, perhaps. A bit of spin either way. Keepers up to the stumps.
Oh, it's another leggy.
It's a leg spin.
Another leggy. Wow, Leicestershire under 18. She took a 6 for. 17, 6 for 17, so she's got some wicket-taking capabilities as this young player.
Yeah, 4 fielders outside the ring, 2 sweeping on the leg side, 1 straight down the ground, a long off and a deep cover as well. She comes flattened, chipped up in the air a fraction, but safe in the end, straight down the ground. Thoughts of 2, but we'll have to settle for just the single. Trail curled on to 8, off 8 now. She's been busy so far, but
That's 100 up.
100 for 3,
Lancashire.
12.1 overs in, going well.
Little ripple from the crowd, only 2 hands on thighs.
Off and again. Shorter this time, dragged down and smashed into the leg side, but straight to the fielder, Emma Thatcher, at mid-on.
I think Smell will feel she's missed out on that one.
Probably looking to try and find the gap between mid-wicket and mid-on, I reckon, there, and she missed it a fraction. Fuller flighted up and chipped down the ground, single again, but well fielded by the skipper, Becky Brooker.
Yeah, she got her body right behind that. Textbook from the skipper.
Flatter again and swept down the leg side though. Throw curl can't connect. She will get an extra ball here to try and make amends.
Yeah, bowler bowled that through almost deliberately down the leg a bit faster. I wonder if they were going for the stumping there. Interesting.
Flighted up that time. Just a single. Yeah, Roth has mixed up her pace really well so far. She's fired a few through, floated a few up as well, just tempting batters. She's been pretty hard to pick so far. 4 from the first 4 deliveries.
Got Emma and Fee Morris below us, talking to family and friends below. A good laugh about something. Wants to spend time with family.
Pulled away, which is for another single. Pretty relaxed single.
So we're up on a nice little terraced area here. It's called the Bob Gilson Terrace. We've got a nice lofty view. This was one of the former chairman of the club, so I'm told. Stalwarts. Sadly, the club lost a couple of years ago.
Quicker and shorter and just pulled up in the air. Going to skip off the hard outfield and come back for 2. Well fielded again there from Flora Davis. She's been in the action a lot so far, patrolling the boundary over to our right here from the clubhouse.
I reckon she's served a good 10 runs just on her own already.
Ends the 13th over, 106 for 3.
Yeah, so we're up on Gillies Terrace apparently, named after Bob.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
He would be, I'm sure, very proud to see this level of women's cricket being played on. It's part of his legacy, wouldn't he?
Very much so. 13 overs gone, 106 for 3. Lancashire looking a little bit on top, but Leicestershire still well within the game so far. So Emma Lamb made 41 from 29 before she was run out. Sarah Smell still going on 41 from 33. She's been ticking along nicely. A couple of wickets shared around so far. Pick of the bowlers has probably been Ellie Phillip. She's taken 1 for 17 from her 3 overs. Going economy of just under 6, and similarly Roth as well in that last over.
Got a change of bowler.
Yeah, Francesca Sweet opens the batting as well. We'll come and see some medium pace now. A bit short first up and just cut straight into cover. Dot ball. Smale misses out on that one there. It's quite a good line, just kind of angled in a fraction and cramped Smale up a little bit. Doesn't offer perhaps as much width as Smale thought could have been on offer when it was first out the hand. Sweet again. Fuller this time, but Smale looks to cut it away, but again finds that fielder in there at cover, Holly Whitfield.
Keeping Whitfield busy at the moment is Smale.
Run rate just drops below 8. So in and around that 8 region for most of the innings so far for Lancashire. That was a bit straighter again, and this time gets past Whitfield unfortunately. Slight misfield. Just skips below her hand and think about 2, but just settle for the 1.
Well, that's the first blip from this side in the field that I've spotted, so to get to 14 overs without a single mistake being made in the field is pretty impressive.
Yeah, very much so from Leicestershire. Been impressive generally with ball and in the field, as you say. Lancashire haven't had it all their way, which I'm sure they'd have hoped to. It's full and straight and scooped nicely there. Lovely shot there from Threlkeld. Can help it all the way off the face of the bat for 4 runs. Moves on to 15 as well, and Lancashire on to 1-1-1. That's a gorgeous shot, just gets across her stumps and scoops that one.
That was cheeky, wasn't it? We like it though. We like a bit of innovation. It's a sign that the bowlers are bowling it tight and they're having to look outside their comfort zone to make these boundary shots.
Yeah, just making Brooker and Leicestershire think about their fields as well. We've seen Brooker be a very proactive captain, pretty aggressive captain as well so far. We'll see how she adapts and how Sweet, the bowler, adapts as well. Bounce, sliced nicely, runs off the face, this time through the offside. It's going to be back-to-back boundaries for Threlkeld. Just smart batting as much as anything else. Got across her stumps and scooped over the leg side first up, and then gave herself a little bit more width to guide that one behind point.
Yeah, that's what I love about Threlkeld. You know, apart from that scoop shot, I've not seen her play that one yet this season. She just plays within her limits. She didn't try and overhit that, guided it down. As I keep saying on comms, to get Threlkeld out, she won't give herself, she won't give a wicket away easily with Threlkeld.
Sweeten again now, and this time into the leg side, just drops it and runs, and as you say, smart cricket again to go 4-4 single with pretty much no risk at all, and just tick over. We got 10 from that over in the end there, and 116 for 3. Lancashire now, 14 overs gone, 6 overs remain. They're probably going to start to up the ante a little bit. We saw in that last over, back-to-back boundaries, but without any risk. Still got 7 wickets in hand as well. A few big hitters still to come. Sophie Eccleston, of course.
Oh, yeah, Kate Cross can
Kate
whack
Cross
it
as well, Alyssa Lister. And then obviously the 3 tail enders of Tara Norris, Grace Potts and Sophie Morris as well.
Ailsa, sorry to correct you, but Ailsa Lister, Scottish international, she really does give the ball a thump. It stays thumped, shall we say.
Roth continues with her leg spin now. Floated up and just flicked into the leg side. That will be 4. Another gorgeous shot there by Threlkeld. Just uses her feet, gets further than the pitch, turns it into a full toss and just times that one through the leg side for another boundary. That's 3 boundaries and 4 balls, and it's a no ball free hit as well.
Ooh, interesting.
We'll see what Threlkeld looks to do with this one. They can't change the field, can Leicestershire, unfortunately, but there's opportunity to go down the ground here. 2 sweepers out on the leg side, 1 out on the off and 1 straight as well.
Coming to us, it's coming to us.
Down the ground, could be all the way. No, 1 bounce 4. Timed really nicely there from Threlkeld. Uses her feet and just carts that one straight over mid-on's head. 4 runs, 1 bounce 4. And that's 4 boundaries and 5 balls now from Threlkeld. She's just gone 4-4 single, 4-4, and looking to try and push Lancashire onto a big total here. Shorter, flatter, and through the leg side again. That's going to be another boundary. Another 4 here from the Lancashire skipper. Imperious so far she's been, without any risk as well. Hugely impressive batting. $129 for 3. Not even 15 overs in yet, and Lancashire really putting their foot down now.
You've got to hold their nerve here of Leicestershire Foxes, because they've done so well, and there's still, after this over, there's still 4 overs, so they've got to just hold their nerve.
Slightly uppish that time from Threlkeld, but gets a single for it. Moves Lancashire on to 130 as well, 14.5 overs in. Run rate up at 9 at the moment.
Threlkeld's made a massive impact, hasn't she, with Smale?
Just sensible batting with minimal risk as well. Smale will face up now though. 42 she's on. Full toss, going to smash that one in the leg side. Behind square, will only get a single for it though. Can't quite find that gap at fine leg with the fielder inside the ring, but settles for a single. Brings the aggressive, the positive Threlkeld back onto face though. Slight change in field. They've got long on now rather than long off out. 3 fielders out on the leg side plus the sweeper at cover. Threlkeld looks through the offside this time, straight to that sweeper for a single. One ball remains in this over now. You see 3 boundaries to start us off and then 2 singles. Very, very productive over. 16 from it so far. Short this time and slash through the offside. They're going to come back for just a single though. That ends the over. 15 overs gone, 133 for 3 Lancashire now. That last over, Threlkeld just put her foot down and went big.
Yeah, it was a very good one for Lancashire. Both players now have got their boundary boots on, so to speak. So, 5 overs left. Go on then, give us a prediction. I always like to play this game. Scoring prediction, last 5 overs. What do you reckon? What would Lancashire be looking for if you were skipper?
I reckon they'll be looking for 180.
At 180.
I reckon they want to probably go 10s for the final 5 with wickets in hand as well.
Doable. I'd say one. I think that I'm not saying this is what they want, but I think they'll get 190.
190, yeah. I think 200 is still on the cards as well with that last over going big. Threlkeld's seeing it nicely. Smale's been in for a while as well and smashed a few boundaries to complement her. It's definitely a possibility 200, but I reckon somewhere between 180 200 is probably the region they're looking at.
Finally, the captain's had to spread her field a little bit. That's the first time all game she's taken a backward step with her captaincy. Change a bowler at the other end. Unfortunately, it's a wide.
Yeah, Croft's first up.
Croft has come back into the attack. Yeah.
We'll off for a little bit with the bat as well. I think coming in at about 7 is where she's down on the scorecards. We'll see.
She might well get a bit of a hit today. Slash that one over the covers. Smale. Good shot for 1 run.
Yeah, nice there from Smale again. Moves on to 45 now. He's not had the most prolific start to the season. Probably due to the fact that Emma Lamb and Eve Jones have been so dominant at the top of the order as much as anything else.
Her contributions have gone a little bit unnoticed, but they've been significant ones. Ooh, good bowling from Croft. Now Threlkeld's raced to 34 of 18 deliveries.
Yeah, just rocketed along that last over. Last sort of 5-6 deliveries she's faced. Just boundaries galore.
The skipper's brought in a short third after that shot from Threlkeld. She's scooped again. She's missed that fielder fine again. Its question is, has it got the legs to make it to the boundary? They're on their second run already. I think they're going to get 3 here. Yeah, and she's turned quickly. And Smale has turned that into a 3. That's excellent running there. As soon as you're running after the ball as a fielder, you know they're going to take an extra run, and perhaps ordinarily they would. But that was, she didn't give up on that, did the fielder, so well done. 3 runs in total. Lancashire Thunder move on to 138.
Smart cricket again from Threlkeld to just see that fine leg is very square, almost a sort of backward square leg next to the umpire. So there is space down there at fine leg.
Smale drives it straight out to that fielder at long off. Just gets the single, creeping towards that elusive number that I won't say in case I jinx her.
Threlkeld as well, going nicely on 37. Smale 46, not out.
Threlkeld taking the strike. Croft. Threlkeld has just flicked it off her toes there towards the square leg boundary. That's a great sliding stop out there. Saving 2 runs, I think. 2 more for Threlkeld. Takes her on to 39. That's a great stop, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good stop out there at deep square leg, and it takes Threlkeld on to 39, which I think is a high score of the season so far as well. She's made a lot of 30 not outs, 20 not outs this season, batting in the sort of middle lower order behind the brilliance of Jones and Lamb at the top, but she's batted really well so far for a 39.
Oh, that's a slight misfield from the keeper. I don't know what happened there. It's missed everything. Umpire Brown's given a wide. And it's 4 wides. 5 wides in fact.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a tricky one for the keeper there. It just sort of kept swinging away, and when you're up to the stump, it's always a challenging one as a keeper. Don't quite blame it on Ellen Watson behind the stumps.
I always feel it's really cruel that the byes go almost against the keeper in those situations when it's the bowler's error.
Yeah, well, that would have go down against the bowler because it's a wide.
Good stuff.
But if it's
but when you look at the totals, you think, oh, byes, and it's always like, the keeper's not had a good game, isn't it? And that's, I thought she'd taken hold of that, but she didn't. I think she thought she'd taken hold of it as well, did Trelkel. That was going over cow corner. There you go. Our famous cow corner, but it was a dot ball at the end of that over. Lancashire Thunder have moved on to 146. Excuse me, for the loss of three wickets. It's a good recovery from Smale and Captain Threlkelt coming in as they did on 76 for 3, and they've moved it on very quickly, haven't they?
Yeah, really, really quickly. 146 for 3 now, Lancashire. And as you say, yeah, byes are always a really tricky one. I think it's less of an issue in the white ball format where wides are much more prominent, leg side wides obviously, and you have the blue lines down, but Tests in particular, you might have some keeper diving 20 yards down the leg side and the umpire doesn't give it as a wide and just goes down against them. In comes Thatcher.
Thatcher in again. Into Smale. She scuttled the 1, turning to look for 2, but there really wasn't a run there. 1's the total.
Keep rotating the striker, these two, both in as good a form as each other at the moment, with Threlkel catching up Smale, possibly the more, the incumbent at the moment, taking over from Smale, the aggressor.
After those 2 scoop shots from Threlkel, Thatcher's moved fine leg onto the boundary. Ooh, wrapped Threlkel on the pads, and moral victory, but I think they're going to run through for a leg by. And the umpire's given it. Shapely thigh, sir, shapely thigh. Always makes me laugh when they do that. It's like, yeah, okay, you've got a nice leg, don't show it off.
In the 150 Lancashire now, 148. They're on.
Comes Thatcher again, second ball of the over. And that's a nice little flick off the leg straight to the keeper at deep. It's a backward square leg, short backward square.
Elliot Phillips, I want to say that is. Yeah, it is a
well, you say it. You say it if you think it is. You just say it, Toes.
Good stop there. Just bounced awkwardly in front of her and did well to take it on the bounce.
Thatcher's coming in, left arm over. And he gets hit across the line slightly. Bit of a, dare I say, a hoik from Smale. Oh, it's bullet arm. She's taken on that arm again, and that's got to be a good piece of fast running from Smale to beat that arm into the boundary, from the boundary. Good running from these two more.
Slightly agricultural.
And that's the 150 up for Lancashire.
Slightly agricultural, that one from Smale.
I should say the Thunder, really. They're known as the Thunder in the T20, aren't they? It's a nice played single from Smale. And to long on. Brings Threlkel back into the fray.
Brings up the 50 as well there for
a 50.
Sarah Smale.
That was very nonchalantly done, wasn't it?
Just eases herself to the first 50 of the season.
I'll just have a little 50 there with that little dab. And she's gone for a big shot there over the fielder's head at cover. Oh, slight misfield on the boundary, but they've come through for another run on that. Moving on to 153. I think we were a bit premature on that 50. I think we were being a bit telepathic. We knew before they did, obviously.
Yeah, seemingly so. No, the scoreboards had moved to 50. Our scoreboard on the screen as well had gone
that
to 50.
One had moved to 50.
Yeah.
This one had moved to 50, but there you go. They've decided to clap her at the end of the over anyway. Anyway, whatever. She's got her 50. Well deserved. Well played from Smale. 153 for loss of 3.
Yeah, very, very good from Smale. 4 fours along the way, but it's just batted sensibly and anchored the innings. As we'll see,
Croft is just tossing the ball from one hand to the other. She continues. from the Abbots Road end. Smack from Smith. She just sound good off the bat, but they've taken a quick run off that misfield. That's so quick. And for a minute, the Foxes were interested in that one, but crucially, Ant Harris didn't raise his finger on that occasion as he had done earlier for Lamb. 154 score at this point in the 18th over.
Times that one nicely, and a slight hesitation at first with the two batters there, and almost gets caught, does Threlkeld. Caught napping a little bit, but she makes her home.
Croft in. Oh, it's a big swipe from Threlkeld. It's the first time we've seen a rash shot from her in this innings. So, I beg your pardon, it's Whitfield coming in from the Abbots end.
Yeah, getting towards the death now. Lancashire not quite being able to put their foot down as they'd have hoped in the last couple overs. But they'll be looking to push on again here, I'm sure.
And again, Whitfield, pacey bowler. Threlkeld hit through the line. It's taken a nasty bounce off the fielder, and I think it may have just bounced off, gone for four. That's very unfortunate because you've got her body right behind that. Not much you can do in those situations. Unlucky. Excuse me.
Just the hard outfield again, I think, isn't it? It's always going to be a little bit tricky, the ball bobbling around and, as you say, clips the hip on the way through.
Whitfield in again. Very powerful action. Oh, well bowled. Clean bowl from Ali Threlkeld. What a scalp that is for Whitfield. Well, if you bowl at the stumps and the batter plays an aggressive shot which is not quite there, then you're going to get your value for your money. And well bowled from Whitfield. That's a cracking innings from Threlkeld. 45 off 27. Obviously disappointed to be near that magic 50 and to not reach it. She deserved to reach it, but what a great little innings that was from Threlkeld.
Yeah, really good innings. Just tried to give herself a little bit of room and came down the pitch a fraction as well, but ended up just sort of yorking herself and being unable to get her bat down. But a fantastic knock from the Lancashire skipper. But as you say, Holly Whitfield's getting that big scalp, and perhaps Leicestershire will be able to just get Lancashire to put on the brakes a fraction, and maybe 180, 190 could be too much for this Lancashire side. It'll be interesting to see how they go for the remaining 14 deliveries now.
Yeah, but we've got a certain Sophie Eccleston coming out of the crease.
It's not a bad person to have coming in now, is it?
It can go either way with Sophie Eccleston, can't it? She can either get a very low score or a very big. You very rarely see her get her anything in between, shall we say.
She can hit a long ball.
She can hit a ball. She's tall, she's strong, long levers, and she's fearless.
Yeah, I reckon those fans just in front of us, right the other side of the ground, sat in front of the covers at Cow Corner, are in the action here. Sure.
Just checking there's no small children in that area. No, we're good. The ambulance people are to our left just in case. And Eccleston's just taking guard. Whitfield in for her first ball against England. Sophie Eccleston, although she's on a slight hiatus at the moment, having not been selected for this tour, recent tour. Whitfield, short, she's punched that out towards the... Oh, what a stop at point! Goalkeeper style. She's definitely going to get a high five for that.
Yeah, phenomenal from Herithgay there in the back of point. Just diving to her right, strong hand, and would have been able to come through for at least two, maybe could have raced away to the ropes as well. So
just a single.
I think it's just given Leicester a little bit of life again there, a little bit of bubble around the field again.
Ring Smale on strike. She's punched that out towards long on. I think Eccleston is no attempt to turn quickly for a second there, just the one. 159. It's the end of the over. Sort of relatively, in terms of the bigger picture, it's quite a very good over for Foxes, Leicestershire Foxes.
Yeah, just
taking the wicket at Threlkeld, only conceding 7. 160 for
4 down now.
4 down, there you go. I'm having difficulty counting up to 4, everyone. You'll have to forgive me.
It's a lot of numbers you've got
4
to count
comes
up
after
to
3, doesn't it? Yeah, 4 comes after 3, that's right. Thanks, Toby. Yeah, so just having a little fiddle with the equipment there is Eccleston. Something wrong with the helmet, got to get that right. Got some pacey bowlers of Leicestershire. Number 17.
Thatcher
Your
again.
time is up. Still Thatcher.
Yeah.
Just getting her ponytail sorted out.
Just bowling a bit of top and tail here, the left arm. As you can see, taking two overs with the new ball and now 2 in at the death.
She's into Smale. A bit lofted from Smale. Eccleston's going to have to get a shift on. Outfielder slightly misfields it. 1 run. 161 the score. I think you're going to be nearer than me.
180, yeah.
Yeah, I think you are.
I think it could be. It'll be somewhere between
There
180 and 190, perhaps.
We'll see. Depends whether a certain Miss Eccleston can get her batting boots in order.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the key.
Got 2 on the boundary, long on and long off for Eccleston, which I think is sensible. It's just like a straight drive. She's just tried to punch that out to the cover successfully. Found the fielder, 1 run.
Just guides that one out to the offside, and I think happy to get Smale back on strike as much as anything.
No bad thing. Smale on 53 for 47 deliveries, so she's definitely got her eye in. More accustomed to the bowling, of course, than Eccleston, so it's a good idea getting her back on strike. Is Thatcher, and that's a big hit. It's gone over the fielder at the covers again. As she's got back up, and Eccleston's done well to make that into a 2. Well run.
Yeah, good there from Eccleston, as you say, to get back for the second and almost importantly keep Smale on strike.
Very important, I think.
See how she deals
4
with
off
it.
the over, 3 balls left. Slower ball. Oh, and Smale's gone. She saw it coming, decided she was going to reverse sweep it, just didn't quite get hold of it. Good from both players.
Yeah, that is where there is definitely a gap over there. The 4 fielders outside the ring are all pretty straight. You've got 2 at long on, long off, and then a wide mid-wicket and a sort of quite a forward, deep cover as well. So there's space behind square, both sides of the wicket.
She's gone more traditional hoik to cow corner. 1 run. It's good from the bowler though. No boundaries so far.
Thatcher's done really well here. Just not offering any freebies, I think, is as important as anything really. Can't offer any drag downs, can't offer any full tosses. She's just been
very good
on the money so far as Thatcher.
Well, that's Eccleston going for the straight drive, but she sort of hoiked it slightly down to fine leg, and I still think it might just avoid the fielder. Yeah, a lucky 4, but it doesn't say lucky in the scorebook, it just says 4.
Yeah, it is unlucky there for Thatcher. Just angled in again, swung in perhaps a fraction as well, and finds the inside half of Eccleston's bat there to go between batter and stumps, but does pick up the boundary.
169 for the loss of 4 wickets, so 9 off the over, entering into the last over of this innings. Be interested to see what Captain Brooker does with her field. There's going to be gaps. It's a big outfield, is this one at Kidworth?
Yeah, same field as last over actually, with 2 fielders straight and then a deep mid wicket and a sweeper at cover as well.
Yep.
So
Smale on strike. Whitfield. It's not Whitfield. They've changed the bowler.
Yeah, Ellie Phillips
Phillips has come in again.
Oh, could be run out.
And taking a single there. Eccleston's on strike.
Smale really wanted to get back on and face there, but
still a big gap for that straight hit in between long on and long off. Side screens, Eccleston behind that up, no doubt.
Also quite a big gap between long on and deep mid wicket as well.
There you go, she's gone for it, a bit wider. I think that's going to go for 4. No. Oh, who's there again? She is a whippet.
Flora Davis again.
Flora Davis nearly took the batter out with that bullet arm on that occasion. Just 1 run. Yeah, she's saved a few today, Davis. See why they've got her out though. Sorry, they've taken 2 there. Eccleston remains on strike. Phillips in. Well, that's been edged. Again, she was going for the big hit over the bowler's head and she's edged that one down almost beyond the wicket keeper. 4 runs. This is what happens in the last over of a T20 though. You just it's not always fair on the bowler, I feel, at this stage.
Yes. The only way you win is really with wickets. Maybe the odd dot ball as well.
And even then, when you've only taken 4 wickets, it's not always a win-win. Moral victory, maybe.
Perhaps. It's the same with both sides. That is T20 cricket for you. It's definitely in favour of the batters.
So without doing very much, Eccleston has scored 12 runs. That's a long, big hit out towards deep mid-wicket, but it's a long boundary. They'll get at least 2 for that. They've done so. They've got 2. Score has moved on to 178.
180. I did say it was a minimum for them.
Yeah.
So they're looking like
2 balls to get that 180. I think we might be right here, somewhere between 80 and 180, 190.
See some of the Lancashire bowlers warming up now.
Yeah, it's Tara Norris in front of us, US internationals. Phillips comes in, and that's a big hit from Eccleston again. I think it's only going to get 1 though. You might have this on the money here, Toby. I might have to buy you half a shandy.
Might have to buy a lottery ticket. Cash in on the luck.
We'll see. Smale will be hoping it isn't a single. She'll be looking for a boundary on this last ball.
It'll be a noble 6 and Smale will smash a 6 on the next. It's over 190 in the end now.
Phillips should be the last ball of the innings. Slow ball. Smale's got hold of that. She will only get a single, I think.
I'm going to push for 2 though. Eccleston wanted it, but Smale.
Oh no! It just cost me a shandy. Bang on 180. You definitely need to buy yourself a lottery ticket, young man. So the final score 180 after 20 overs, and the run rate is exactly 9. Even I could work that one out. Over to you, Toby. What do you think of that?
Yeah, really good there. I think Leicestershire will be happy knowing that 180 is a more than chaseable score, but Lancashire, set the base and did explode and batted very well throughout. Sophia Smale 56. Ellie Threlkeld, the skipper, 45 from 27, and Emma Lamb at the top of the order, 41 from 29 before she was run out with a brilliant direct hit from, I think it was it Lucy Weston out there, I want to say. Phenomenal 50-yard direct hit there. Bowling-wise, yet again, some impressive figures around as well. Ellie Phillips bowled that final over pretty cheaply as well, went for 1 for 28. Whitfield 1 for 25 as well, and generally very impressive from both sides, in the field in particular. I think you've got to say Leicestershire were very, very impressive, the way that they actually cut off a lot of 2s down into 1s and everything around that as well.
Very good. Yeah, I was very impressed with the fielding performance. As I say, it's a slight misfield, cost 1 run. Pretty much everything was stopped on the boundary. They didn't get, apart from the course and bowl, they didn't really get any catching opportunities, which is credit to the Lancashire batters really. But yeah, great, love that. So yeah, I don't think it's out of reach for Leicester Foxes, but they'll have to bat really, really well against this quality bowling attack that Lancashire Thunder have got in front of them.
Very much so. We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes, I think, for the next innings to start. Lancashire defending 180 on the money to try and progress into the semi-finals of the County Cup.
Two names rich in history. Barton's, our family-run business with over 100 years of experience in drinks distribution, and Lancashire Cricket, a club drenched in tradition, heritage and globally recognised moments. Since 1917, Barton's has been supplying the finest wines, soft drinks and premium beverages across the UK, partnering with world-class brands to bring unforgettable experiences to every occasion. Now, we're excited to announce we will be bringing that same passion to cricket fans at Emirates Old Trafford. As the official wine, spirits and soft drinks partner of Lancashire Cricket, we're elevating matchday experiences, hospitality and celebrations across the next 3 years. From the first ball to the final cheers, Barton's is here to make every moment one to savour. Keep an eye out for some familiar brands such as Guinness, Celavino, VK Hooch and Britvic. Bartons and Lancashire Cricket, a partnership built on passion, unforgettable moments and history.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
Welcome to the opening day. Oh, that is a wonderful shot.
This is a call for hungry dreamers and hard-working self-believers. Success is down to more than just luck and talent. It's striving to be the best, breaking the boundaries and never giving up. Are you ready to become your best self? Are you ready to unlock your greatness? So what are you waiting for? This is Education Evolved. This is UA 92.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like an engine and we need to be fuelled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, like, we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
We wouldn't, yeah, true.
Two names rich in history, Bartons, our family-run business with over 100 years of experience in drinks distribution, and Lancashire Cricket, a club drenched in tradition, heritage and globally recognised moments. Since 1917, Bartons has been supplying the finest wines, soft drinks and premium beverages across the UK, partnering with world-class brands to bring unforgettable experiences to every occasion. Now, we're excited to announce we will be bringing that same passion to cricket fans at Emirates Old Trafford. As the official wine, spirits and soft drinks partner of Lancashire Cricket, we're elevating matchday experiences, hospitality and celebrations across the next 3 years. From the first ball to the final cheers, Bartons is here to make every moment one to savour. Keep an eye out for some familiar brands such as Guinness, Celavino, VK Hooch and Britvic. Bartons and Lancashire Cricket, a partnership built on passion, unforgettable moments and history.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
Welcome to the opening day. Oh, that is a wonderful shot.
This is a call for hungry dreamers and hard-working self-believers. Success is down to more than just luck and talent. It's striving to be the best, breaking the boundaries and never giving up. Are you ready to become your best self? Are you ready to unlock your greatness? So what are you waiting for? This is Education Evolved. This is UA 92.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like an engine and we need to be fuelled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, like, we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
We wouldn't, yeah, true.
Two names rich in history: Barton's, our family-run business with over 100 years of experience in drinks distribution, and Lancashire Cricket, a club drenched in tradition, heritage and globally recognised moments. Since 1917, Barton's has been supplying the finest wines, soft drinks and premium beverages across the UK, partnering with world-class brands to bring unforgettable experiences to every occasion. Now, we're excited to announce we will be bringing that same passion to cricket fans at Emirates Old Trafford. As the official wine, spirits and soft drinks partner of Lancashire Cricket, we're elevating matchday experiences, hospitality and celebrations across the next 3 years. From the first ball to the final cheers, Barton's is here to make every moment one to savour. Keep an eye out for some familiar brands such as Guinness, Celavino, VK Hooch and Britvic. Barton's and Lancashire Cricket, partnership built on passion, unforgettable moments and history.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
Welcome to the opening day. Oh, that is a wonderful shot.
This is a call for hungry dreamers and hard-working self-believers. Success is down to more than just luck and talent. It's striving to be the best, breaking the boundaries and never giving up. Are you ready to become your best self? Are you ready to unlock your greatness? So what are you waiting for? This is Education Evolved. This is UA 92.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket.
We are back here at Kibworth Cricket Club for Leicestershire against Lancashire in the T20 County Cup here. Lancashire batted first, put on a very good score of 180, target 181 now for Leicestershire, the home side, to try and chase down in the quarter-final here. The winner moving on to the semi-final in a very exciting competition. Big run scorers in the first innings. Seren Smale made 50 as we come in now. She'll be disappointed with that one. Went straight in, straight out. And the skipper, Becky Brooker, given a lifeline first up. She opens the batting alongside Francesca Sweet. Crossing again now, the England international. Challenging, Brooker again. Good length, good start here from cross. It's going to be a very tricky start, you'd think, for the Leicestershire opening partnership here.
That would have been a nightmare, wouldn't it, for the Foxes losing their wicket, losing their opening bat in the first ball. Keeps the game alive, I think.
Cross in again now. Brooker just turns that one into the leg side. First runs of the game here for Leicestershire. Brooker, the skipper, moves on to one. The other run scorers, Emma Lamb and the skipper Ellie Threlkells, both made 40s. Wickets for Emma Thatcher. It's probably the pick of the bowlers, as well as Ellie Phillips. That was just defended nicely there from Francesca Sweet. First up. It's a good start so far from Kate Cross. Not giving any opportunities, any freebies, any width for Leicestershire.
Yeah, you'd expect nothing less from Kate Cross. She's Mrs. Consistency, isn't she? She's got to slip in. Still.
She's pushed into the offside. Another dot ball. Just one run from the first 5 deliveries here. Kate Cross is opening over for Lancashire. I think this opening partnership is probably going to be quite crucial for Leicestershire. Both Brooker and Sweet have made the bulk of the runs inside the County Cup for Leicestershire. Crossing again now, final ball of the over. Full and straight and just dabbed into the leg side. Another dot ball, one without loss. Leicestershire after the first over.
Of course, it's not the only quarter-final on today. We've got Surrey versus Durham down at Guildford. Surrey are currently batting, and they're just coming up to the end of their 9th over, and they've lost 2 wickets for 75 runs. The wickets falling of Bryony Smith for 18, and Kira Chatley for 5, and Franklin and Jones are putting on a little partnership as we speak.
Yeah, interesting.
Go on, sorry.
Interesting game that one, I reckon, with neither Surrey nor Durham, you know, with the best starts in the one-day stuff, but both have put together a string of wins in recent weeks. And starting to find a little bit of form, and slowly moving their way up the table. Obviously, this is the cup competition, FA Cup style, with all 3 tiers involved.
Yeah, the other 2 quarter-finals are being played tomorrow.
So you see Tara Norris, American international, left armour, will be coming into bowl now to Becky Brooker. Short and pulled away nicely. Just going to go straight out though to fine leg, well fielded by Tilly Kesterman.
She fielded really well in Blackpool, really well. Had a lot to do. Again, she was in that sweeper position.
Good start again there from Brooker. Just rotates the strike, brings Sweet back on. That one in, pads. No run though from it. Struck quite high, no appeal.
I think that's hit the thigh pad.
Yeah.
Hope so, because that would have hurt otherwise.
And going down leg by quite a way, I think, as well. Norris, though, exciting start, getting the ball to move around a little bit. We know how dangerous she can be with the new ball. Played 4 or 5 games so far this season, with part of Lancashire's huge amount of depth in their seam bowling. That's gone, wicket! Second over, Tara Norris strikes, and Francesca Sweet has to go without scoring off the back of a great 50 in the last round of the competition. She departs without troubling the scorers today. And Tara Norris, the dangerous Tara Norris, strikes early. 1 for 1 she's currently got.
This left armour. Yeah, she's got it to move back in on the right hander, which is a little habit these pesky little left arm seamers tend to do.
Yeah, hooped in that one from Norris. Really good bowling. Not a huge amount Sweet could do there. Swung in a long way. I'll have to see how Leicestershire can try and push on and rebuild from here. Looks like Flora Davis, who was so good in the field last innings, will be coming out now at number 3 to join the skipper Becky Brooker.
Well, she can take great confidence from her performance in the field, and you know, one aspect of a game can sometimes carry forward into another. So she had a near perfect 20 overs of fielding. She's going to need a near perfect 20 overs, almost 20 overs of batting, I think, here to help her team out. She surveys the field. Deep square, deep fine. Everyone else on the single or slips.
Norris in again and just turned into the leg side there. Rotated well from Davis.
Yeah. She's transferred some of that speed into her running between the wickets by the look of it. She was halfway down the track before her partner had even thought about moving her. Very good. 2 of the 2 quarterfinals we mentioned, they're taking place tomorrow. Kent against the Blaze, Yorkshire Tier 2 against the Bears, obviously Warwickshire Bears. So 2 interesting games going on there, Tier 1, Tier 2 again.
Norris it again and past the outside edge this time. Thin edge perhaps, no. Norris up in an appeal, but on her own in the end there. In between bat and pads, swinging back in, hooping back in again from Norris. It's looking really dangerous, and it whistles past the inside edge and it whistles past the top of off as well.
Yeah, this is good from Norris.
It's great to see as well that there's 3 Tier 2 sides still in this competition as well. You've already mentioned. That's just one of them. Past the outside edge this time, I think, from Norris, and that ends the over. Very dangerous over from Norris. That last one, she gets to just go away a fraction off the pitch, nip away. But Davis escapes unscathed. 3 for 1, 2 overs gone. Still inside the power play. The ball hooping around, not offering any easy runs here for Leicestershire.
Yeah, they've got their backs against the wall slightly here, Leicestershire Foxes. Yeah, talking about these quarterfinals, Toby, I've got a real inkling that Yorkshire might just take the Bears on this occasion. They've been playing Tier 2 for this season, but you know, I just still think they've got it in them, is Cross.
I've passed the outside edge again, wafting this time from Davis. Just trying to run the ball off the face of the bat into the offside, but doesn't connect. Yeah, the Bears have been a little bit up and down so far this season as a team generally. Their tail in particular have wagged, which has helped them to a few miraculous victories. But their top order are yet to make consistent runs, and it could offer Yorkshire a little bit of opportunity in the T20 format. Full and straight and hits high on the pads. Gone! LBW. Davis gone now. Struck plumb in front. It shows on the replay. Kate Cross with her first wicket now. Flora Davis goes. 2 down. Leicestershire find themselves. This could be dangerous innings.
Yeah.
And Leicestershire all smiles at the moment.
Yes, and it's our little sprinter, Flora Davis. She's not quite as quick to get out from the middle of the strip than she is along the boundary. Understandably so. She'd be disappointed with that.
I think you can see on the replay the height. This one here could be interesting. Does hit her quite high on the pads.
But she's not the most statuesque of players, so maybe there was a element of doubt in there. She doesn't look happy, but then you're never happy when you get out, are you? I mean, have you ever skipped off from the crease going, oh, yippee, I'm out? No, of course not.
Could have made 300 odd and you'd still be disappointed if you haven't made 400.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough going as a batter at times. Bowlers, on the other hand, always have the last laugh.
Always.
Lucy Weston now out to the crease. Number 4 joins Becky Brooker, the skipper.
They've got a job on.
3 for 2 here, Leicestershire. Not going to be easy. The ball has been nipping around off the seam, but swinging as well. It's very tricky conditions out there. You can see with someone with Kate Cross's experience and tenure in the England side, how skillful she is. And she comes now and challenges Weston onto the front foot straight away, but looks solid in defence.
I'd like to have a heart rate monitor on Weston at the moment to see how that pulse was looking at. Now, I know I said about 190 for the score. I wouldn't be surprised if her heart rate hasn't actually quite reached that as well. Maybe we'll go 180. Maybe we'll go 180 again. A lucky number, but yeah, you know, obviously, none of them will have faced Kate Cross before.
Outside edge again. Whistles past. Another tricky one. Just angled in, nips away, swings away. I think left alone there by Weston, but it's tricky conditions out here for the Leicestershire Foxes. I think the goal is just going to be survive. Try and get through Kate Cross's 4 overs. Wouldn't be surprised if we see all 4
so that they can face Eccleston instead. Yeah. Okay.
Outside half of the bat, but guided nicely. Going to think about 2. She sets off, going to come back for it. Is Weston, runs well there. I think that's a lovely shot there, just guides it off the face of the bat there.
To be honest, in her position, I'd have been tempted just to take the 1 and get off strike, but there you go, that's really brave batting. Heart rate won't be about 170 now, she's come down a little bit.
She's got off the duck,
she's
most
off the dreaded duck, indeed.
Cross in for the final ball of her second over now. That was helped around the corner. It's going to be the fielder, could go all the way for 4. It will indeed. 4 runs, the first boundary of Leicestershire's innings. Lovely run there from Weston. Just helps it round the corner, tickles it off her pads for 4 runs. 9 for 2 now, 3 overs gone.
Well, Weston's just taken 6 runs off Kate Cross in that over. Well done.
Yeah, very good
cricket
there.
Shots as well.
Looks like Tara Norris to continue after her first over. Took 1 for 2 very impressively in that first over. Got a big wicket of Francesca Sweet, who made 50 in the previous round, the 3rd round of this competition. Brooker, her opening partner, still at the crease now, facing up. She made 31 last round. Full and straight, chopped in front, could be gone, it is!
Umpire Gabby Brown is giving it. She's giving it the big finger.
Hooping in again from Tara Norris. And a big appeal. 9 for 3 now. Leicestershire really struggling to compete with this quality Lancashire bowling attack. The skipper Brooker goes for 2.
Just a bit too much in this international standard bowling at the moment, and it's that classic left-hander hooping it right back into the batter's pads again. Norris has got a really good line going on there, and you know what? It's just too good, wasn't it?
It's not a huge amount you can really do with the quality on display here for Lancashire. Tricky going for this Tier 2 side here. We see Ellen Watson, the wicketkeeper, coming in now. Not easy going for Leicestershire so far.
Not at all.
We see Eccleston at the slip as well. Probably got an attacking field we expect to see. Sarah Smale in there. Is she in a gully, or is she going to drop out? No, she will drop out to point. More regulation. There is space cover.
Yeah, Sophie Morris has been dragged, I think, into sort of like a 3rd slip area, really, isn't it?
The fly slip, yeah. I think perhaps if any of the Lancashire batters kind of just waft as much as anything else and it flies fast off the outside edge. In comes Norris again, and this time past the outside edge, yeah. Watson pushes her hands at it but can't connect. Uses her feet as well to try and give herself a little bit of room. And as you mentioned already, they're not going to have been used to facing anything like these two. Norris and Cross, 2 very, very good competitors in the Tier 1 setup.
Yeah, both internationals, both top of the game.
And down the leg side will be a wide though. On to 10, Leicestershire Foxes now. And we'll get an extra ball here. Run rate over 10s now though. And it's not been an easy start for Leicestershire. Watson facing up. That one's passed out to the edge, but it beats the keeper as well, beats Threlkeld. Will run away for 4. I think that angles back in between bat and pad, or bat and batter, and down to the left of Ellie Threlkeld. You can't stop it. 4 extras as well, 4 byes. Goes against Ellie Threlkeld, that one. Watson beaten all ends up.
Yeah. Can't blame her for that. Kesterman did her best, but it's just going too quickly. Shows how quick they bowl.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Flew past Threlkeld.
Yeah.
And raced away. That one's into the offside. Defended nicely there from Watson. Just onto the back foot. A dot ball. 2 balls remain in the over for Norris here. 14 for 3. Gives herself room that time and looks to try and cart that one through the offside, but can't connect. Cam Watson gave himself almost too much room really to try and force that one through the offsides.
Yeah, Watson has got some international experience herself, having represented Scotland 30 times apparently, but I don't know what level, whether it's full international or under 18. But she's certainly got some experience under her belt.
Into the offside, hit and run, going to scamper through for a quick single. Could be tight, but well run in the end there. Good cricket from Watson there to get down the other end. Ends the over, 4 overs gone. 15 for 3. Leicestershire find themselves now, these two having to try and string together a partnership, Weston and Watson.
Weston and Watson, that's a nice one
Mouthful,
to get mixed up, isn't it? Sound like a really bad firm of lawyers. Yeah, there'll be a few nervous players in the Leicestershire dressing room at this point, I would imagine.
Kate Cross will continue as we thought she might. Deadly and dangerous so far with the new ball.
Taking no prisoners today, Lancashire. We suspected it'd be a tricky wicket to play on.
Here she comes. Oh, that one's challenging again there for Watson. Whistles past the edge.
That sort of summarises Kate Cross's season with the ball. So in the games I've seen, she's bowled superbly well in every game and taken maybe a smattering of wickets.
Yeah.
She's been so consistently good.
Angled in and lips in even further. That one's defended this time though by Watson. Dot ball though, crossed down to field off her own bowling.
Very acrobatic.
Raises her hands in appreciation to herself, I think there.
Takes a crowd applause from teammates.
Cross in again now. To the offside, defended again from Watson. For another dot ball. It's pretty much 3 identical deliveries here from Cross. Just one has nipped around and beaten the bat, but 2 others just defended sensibly from the Fox's star.
Yeah, you mentioned her off to me at the interval. We thought you'd seen her wandering towards the ambulance there, and just seen her walking past with a huge bandage on her right hand, with the ambulance attendant looking after her. So I doubt if we're going to see her batting at this stage. Which is another blow for the Leicestershire Foxes.
Yeah, at least
that's the case.
At least not imminently. They've got a few all-rounders within there. She's carded to come in at number 8, so could always slide her down another place or two need be. That last one looked to be slashed through the leg side. This one is off the outside half of the bat though. It's going to be runs. Thoughts about 2, but they'll settle for a single. Watson's off strike and moves on to 2. Lays a thick outside edge on that one.
Brave shot. Brave shot to a moving ball.
I think it's good to see though.
Yeah.
With someone like Kate Cross, who is so accurate and so deadly with this new ball, you have to try and do something. I feel like Weston facing up now, and she just defends that one. Just deft touch there, just drops it at her feet. Does Weston, ends the over, 16 for 3. 1 over left inside the power play. 5 overs gone. Run rate still climbing. The required run rate, I should say, still climbing up to 11s, but that's not really what Leicester should be focusing on at the moment.
You can see the worm there, it tells its own story, isn't it? The red line of Lancashire is considerably higher on the run rate, but unfortunately the one thing that Foxes are winning, if you like, on is the number of wickets they've conceded, so it's a tricky situation all round for them. I think these two have just got to stay in, ride the overs out. See what happens. Norris. Oh, well there you go. That's a really good delivery and well taken from Sophie Morris at that very, very position you talked about for that exact same shot. You're definitely going to have to buy a lottery ticket this evening, young man. Yeah, caught a fly slip. We decided we were going to call that position. Moving forward from Sophie Morris, really good catch. Never easy when they're dropping in front of you like that. You're never quite sure whether you can get there or not, whether you're going to break a finger or not.
Yeah, smart catch.
Good stuff, and good field placements from Threlkeld as well. She spotted that possibility there and moved Sophie Morris round the previous over. But good intent from the Foxes batter there, trying to play an aggressive shot in a almost impossible position to be in. Yes. And that's a 4th wicket down for the Foxes. Good. Score still only on 16.
Still an incredible start here for Lancashire and Norris in particular. You know, Cross has been very impressive bowling here from the clubhouse end, but Norris coming in from the far end away from us, the Abbott Road ends, has been fantastic. Hanging the ball, swinging it back in a long way, but also that last one just drifted across the right-hander, held its line and found the outside edge, and she's been very smart and very accurate with the way she's been bowling so far and has picked up a lot of rewards so far for it.
Yep, we've been lucky with the weather today as well actually. It did start to grey over as I arrived here this morning, some huge grey clouds to our left, but the sun's definitely winning out at the moment and the crowd are enjoying this match. The locals have obviously decided to turn up and support. There's quite a fair few on the balcony and in the bars. Norris in, and she's beaten the outside edge this time.
Yeah, again, just angled across the batter.
That's the one that didn't come in, and that's what you're up against in Norwich. You can move it both ways.
That was pretty similar to the wicket, the delivery before as well. Just angled across Phillips that time.
Norris, left arm over. Phillips drives it into mid-on, no run. Oops, she nearly takes out the batter. Threlkeld very kindly didn't try and push her over to field the ball. She could have done. Good breaks from early Threlkeld.
Yeah, Kate Cross, I think, with a big apology there. I think possibly even signalling that it was a big booming away swinger. Swung away from the batter last minute.
Who are you trying to kid? In comes Norris. She'll be enjoying her day out. It's a nice looking shot towards the square leg boundary from Watson. Takes her on to 6 runs.
Yeah, clips that on nicely.
Bringing
Phillips, I think that was.
Phillips,
yeah.
I beg your pardon. I was getting confused with the scorecard. Yeah, that's taking Phillips off and running. So, right-handed. Watson taking strike against Norris. Defends, dabs it down into short mid. No run.
solid that time from Weston, just onto the front foot.
Weston.
It's tricky, isn't it?
It's Weston.
Yeah.
Do forgive me, everybody. It's Weston. Norris is definitely the bowler. Into Weston. She's driven it again into the palms of mid on there. It's the end of the over. 17, but unluckily for the Foxes, it's 4 wickets down.
Yeah, another really good over there from Tara Norris. Ends the power play as well. 17 for 4. You can see where Lancashire were 38 for 1. Absolutely flying with Emma Lamb at the time. Just going crazy without even any risk, seemingly.
Yeah.
She's changed of bowling here. Is that Grace Potts, I think?
Certainly is.
Coming into the attack.
So there's no respite for the Foxes, is there, with this young lady coming on to bowl?
Yeah, just 22 years old, but already been in action with the England Lions over the winter. Had a good start to the summer as well. 4 for 37 against the Blaze, her best figures in the One Day Cup.
Yeah, Thunder picked her up from Warwickshire this season. What a catch he's been. Potts, tall player, yeah. Pitched that a bit short, got the batter up on her toes to defend that one down into the ground. Looks like she's getting a bit of bounce out of this pitch already. Phillips did well to defend that. Takes a mark, sets off. Into Phillips, but Fuller, she's flicked that. Threlkeld reaches that athletically to prevent it going down for a single. Fine leg, no run.
Yeah, good dive there from Threlkeld behind the stumps. Stopped the single.
Yeah, she played a bit of footy as Threlkeld. I don't think she was a goalie. She might have been. She was on the books of Wigan Athletic at one point. Nice and Potts. It's a really nice looking shot. Punched off the back foot into the covers for 1 run. Backed up in the field.
Really nice looking shot that from Phillips. Doesn't fully get a hold of it, but gets a single for it. It's a tricky one. Potts bowls a very nagging line and length, just back of a length, if anything, and means you can get caught in two minds of trying to get onto the front foot, but also wanting to use that little bit more bounce and rocking back and trying to carve it away a bit squarer.
Potts in. Not struck the pads, but I think it might have got a sneaky little inside edge before it did so. Hard to tell from the replay, but not out regardless. Yeah, she was Warwickshire's top wicket taker last season, so she's no stranger to a wicket or two. Yeah, she's made a seamless movement over to Lancashire this season. She comes in again, a bit shorter. Oh, Fee Morris, goalkeeper style. And do you know what? Knowing Fee Morris, she'll be gutted she didn't hold on to that. She stopped 4 runs. And she'll get up feeling disappointed because she is an absolutely awesome fielder to watch. Takes massive pride in her fielding, does Fee Morris. You can see she's looking up to the stars there. If there were any. Sorry, she's looking up to the clouds. We'll go clouds.
And there are clouds.
A few. Grace Potts. Shorts. It's gone down leg. Not quarters wide on this occasion by umpire Harris. The end of that over. Tight one again from Grace Potts, her first over, 18 for 4 the score.
Yeah, another good over there from Potts. And as you said with Norris, Morris will be disappointed with that one, but it would have been an absolutely spectacular take. Diving to her left, right on the fingertips, and I couldn't fully grasp it, unfortunately, and therefore
it would have been an absolute specky, wouldn't it? She'd have had to buy drinks for a week for that one. Yeah, so interesting to see who's bowling now. Well, we can all see who's bowling now. It's Miss Sophie Eccleston.
There's a bit of spin. We've seen the Pacers go well so far.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
But obviously, pretty hard to keep the #1 ranked women's bowler in the world out of the attack for long.
Can't see the Batters would be too pleased to see her. Chester player, of course, formerly before she joined the Thunder. left arm spin, and she's beaten the outside edge straight away of the right-hander. Saw this at Blackpool. She must have beaten the outside edge of 20 different people at every stage of the game and didn't get a single wicket. So this might just well be a pattern of this game. Oh no, it certainly isn't. She's broken that pattern royally. What a great shot, and it's mightily admired from her teammate on the balcony behind us. What a lovely strike through Sophie Ackerson's delivery there. 4 runs.
Ellie Phillips, go on, that was huge.
Where did that come from?
Use of feet, gets to the pitch and just slashes Eccleston straight over mid-on for 4 runs. Big boundary.
I don't think Eccleston will mind that too much, to be honest. She's dropped it a bit shorter though. She wasn't going to do that twice in a row.
They also dropped the fielder out down there to long on from mid-on. Sweepers opposing each other at deep cover and deep forward square leg as well.
Eccleston's got a slip. She's gone again. There you go. Oh, and she's placed it between the 2 fielders at long on and long off. Yeah.
Hung in the air for a long time, that one from Phillips, and she's lucky to escape.
Fortune favours the brave.
It does indeed. She's not going to take a step back, which is great to see.
She's not going to die wondering, is she? She's going to have a go.
But the thing is, that shot actually is a lot safer because they've dropped back mid-on to long on because of the previous delivery, well, the previous 2 deliveries previous.
Eccleston a bit faster. She's tried to sweep that one. It's gone down to fine leg for no run. This is the other thing about Eccleston. She's such a strong, athletically built young player that she can get a lot of pace off 2 strides, and she can surprise a batter if you're not used to facing her. It's right in the hole from Eccleston. No run off that.
It's challenging as well because Eccleston, when you see her as well, she's obviously 6'1"-ish, I want to say, 6 foot. So she's a very tall bowler as well. So she gets a lot of height with her left arm spin, which means she's going to generate that bit more bounce as well, and not something that a lot of these tier 2 players will have ever faced before.
No. You're normally your tall players like that, you're seam bowlers, aren't they? Yeah. I went years ago. I went on holiday to Barbados, and myself and my boyfriend at the time, we went went to see a cricket match, and then this lumbering great guy, about 6'5", 6'6", came strolling past us. I turned to my boyfriend, he was a county cricketer himself, played for Cheshire. I said, he must be the fast bowler. And then some man said, no man, he's the spinner. Oh my life, how tall are the ceiling? That was a good day out. Cricket in Barbados as Sophie Morris has been brought on. First ball was a dot ball against Phillips. Another left arm spinner, so we got the Sophies in tandem. She's not going to... Oh, she's done it again. She's just struck that one. Whole volley, straight down the ground, straight along the carpet for 4 runs. Great shot.
Yeah, another glorious drive there from Phillips.
Absolutely.
Through the offside this time, and that one just high elbow, slashes that one. Gets to the pitch and perfectly picks the gap between the 2 fielders,
Lovely
extra
shot.
cover and mid-off.
Bent that front leg, kept her eye on the ball. Great shot. Morris, what have you got? Oh, it's hit the pads. Not out.
Perhaps an inside edge maybe the only thing saving Phillips there.
She's gone again. Fielded. Great pick up on the bounce from
Tara Norris.
Tara Norris.
Yeah, really good.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Tara Norris watched it very well. And Sophie Morris to Phillips. Phillips has tried to cut that one. Morris pushed that through a little bit quicker, no run. And then moving, cross is moving to the boundary in front of us at long on. Not surprised the way Phillips has been striking it. Sophie Morris, Phillips. She was aiming for cross, but she didn't quite get hold of that one. Dot run. That's the end of the over. 27 for 4. Scores are moving along from Fox's perspective. They're still way behind the run rate, I'm afraid. Requiring 14 and over at this point. It's just a case of, for now, just hanging in there, keep doing what they're doing and take it as far as you can.
Yeah, required run rate I always find it's a very tricky one to kind of gauge, because you saw the way Lancashire batted in their innings, and it's a little bit of give and take, and you don't just go at the run rate the whole way through. You need to kind of settle in and take on some pressure at times, and then equally be aggressive, be proactive, and try and put pressure back on the bowlers at different times. And at the moment, it's not a bad thing necessarily for Leicestershire to try and settle in. They do need to up it a little bit because they are quite a long way behind, but they don't necessarily need to go out there and score at 14 right now.
Interestingly, Eccleston's been taken off. Fee Morris is on the Alberts Road end straight away. Western defends.
No matter what happens, Ellie Phillips can take away the fact she's smashed.
She's seen off Eccleston.
Yeah, Eccleston.
That's a sweep shot, nicely played out to the square boundary. 1 run for bowling Fee Morris.
Nice shot there from Western. Just noticing the space out there on the leg side. 2 sweepers out on the boundary at deep square and deep mid wicket. Also long on and a sweeper on the cover boundary.
She comes again, just straight driven, straight back to Morris. Takes it well. No run. Morris will still be seething about that catch. She, well, attempt at a catch that she didn't quite get hold of. Oh, and she's got that one there. It's a caught and bowl for Fee Morris. Well, she can miss one, but very rarely does she miss another. Well taken, Fee Morris. Caught and bowled, second one of the game. What a great catch. Hit at pace.
Yeah, really good take.
Safe hands of Fee Morris. Strike again. There's that beaming smile.
Yeah, we see the back of Ellie Phillips, who
has
probably pulled out the 2 shots of the day so far for Leicestershire. She goes for 11.
Yeah.
Leicestershire now 28.
She's got nothing to be embarrassed about there. She really gave it a good go. And she hit Sophie Eccleston over the top for 4 runs, so she'll take that with her forever. World's leading bowler, of course, still.
Yeah, and that is another wicket for Lancashire. 5 now they've managed, and they'll probably be looking to try and see off this Leicestershire batting unit in as fast a time as possible, have an extra few overs rest.
Well, if they continue at this lick, they've got a long journey down to Taunton on Monday. It is still if at this stage. I'm not counting anyone out at any stage in any cricket match, but it's looking more likely at this point that Thunder are going to progress to the next round, and they'll either be facing, try to remember who it is, Kent or the Blaze, who are playing tomorrow. If they do, it'll be down at Taunton on Monday, so they'll be glad of a bit of a rest, but there's a long way to go yet. There's still 11 overs left, and as we know, anything can happen in cricket. Talking long shots, of course, on this stage from the Foxes' point of view, but we will see. Fee Morris. Into Laura Crofts. Dabs it into the point area for no run.
Yeah, finals day in Monday the 26th, bank holiday. Bank holiday Monday down in Taunton.
Yeah, get yourself down there. Everybody, if you're listening, watching, enjoying this cricket. Also, at the end of that over, it's 28 for 5. If you're watching and enjoying what you're seeing and hearing on Lancs TV, and please give us a like, give us a share, because it helps share our coverage with more people get to enjoy it.
Yeah, 10 overs gone, halfway through, 28 for 5. Lancashire at the same stage with a 76 for 3.
I'm not even going to ask for a prediction, I don't think it would be fair.
Yeah, I reckon Wasp would have it at probably 90 odds, possibly even nearer 100%. You'd think Lancashire heavy favourites, unless one of these Leicestershire batters can really put on some miracle innings.
It's one of those that's unpredictable. Somebody could come in and start smacking 4s everywhere, or they could be skittled for 35 here. I think it's one of those pots.
Driven down the ground, dot ball first up, solid there from Western. Facing up again, just defensive. Looking to just try and bat through, see this through, and try and put up as much resistance as possible. And three fielders outside the ring so far for Lancashire, two behind square at fine leg and third man, as well as a deep square. Now she's dragged down a bit and smashed. Doesn't quite get hold of it, and brilliant fielding there from Kate Cross. Down to her right. Just saves what would have been 4 runs and only gives up a single for it. Brilliant there from the England star.
Almost cruel that was, wasn't it? It deserved a 4 from the batter, but Kate Cross richly deserved her applause she from her colleagues up in the balcony. The rest of the squad are up there enjoying their cricket.
This one's chipped up onto the offside but falls just short there of extra cover. Lister in there lurking. Just dug into the pitch again from Potts here. She's very good so far with her line and length. Not offering any freebies.
Noisily.
Laura Croft is facing up now. Plays on into the offside. Thoughts of a single, but not taken in the end. Another dot ball. Another good over so far from Grace Potts. I've dropped cover out to the boundary now. Happy to allow a single for the final deliveries of the over. Looks to play that one into that vacant cover region, but instead finds Morris at backward point. Another dot ball. Just one ball to come left in the 11th over here. Potts' second over. And a dot ball to finish off. Another really good over there from Grace Potts. 29 for 5 Lancashire now. Sorry, Leicestershire with bat in hand. Lancashire on top, continuing to maintain their position on top in dominant style. Throelkeld putting a helmet on, yeah, given the cap, and it looks like Eccleston will return into the attack now.
Now Phillips has gone.
Yeah.
Danger woman.
Some of the shots of the day we saw earlier from Phillips.
It worked. Change of
very
bowler.
much so, yeah.
Very much worked.
Got the wicket.
Different bowler on. It worked, you know, it did the trick. It's what you do as a captain, you juggle your pack.
Weston facing up now to Eccleston. Fulham straight and hit down the ground, up in the air, could be taken, falls just short there of Kate Cross. They're going to push for 2 here, could be tight. We'll make it home safe in the end there, does Crofts.
What an effort from Kate Cross though, because that, you know, from here, there's no way she was going to get anywhere near that.
Did well to just stop
Really
it. It bounced a bit short of her in the end, but it would have flown past her and no cover behind her. Weston gets just 2 from it, moves on to 10. This time into the round the leg side, round the corner, but no run. Dot ball again. The pace from Eccleston perhaps just skips that one through a fraction faster than Weston's used to. Weston expected anyway. And again, looks to go down the ground, but hits it straight to Cross. Another dot ball.
Yeah, good contest. Weston seems to be settling down a bit, enjoying her little innings a bit more. Oh,
it's up in the air.
Big shot.
Over the head of Kate Cross this time though, and it's going to skip away for 4 runs. Use of feet again there from Weston, gets to the pitch and launches that one straight down the ground for another glorious boundary.
Well, she certainly would have enjoyed that one, wouldn't she, Tobes?
Yeah, absolutely. Seemingly Eccleston's yet to find her rhythm, and Leicestershire looking to target the number one bowler in the world. Oh, that could be stumped. It's gone. There it is. Quicker this time from Eccleston. Fires it down, grips a fraction in the pitch, and Weston unable to lay a bat on it. Goes stumped. Good quick hands though from Throelkeld.
Oh, she's absolutely lightning for the Thunder.
Yeah, really good.
Takes those bails off so quickly. Really good play. Clever bowling from Eccleston.
Prospect actually just flighted out up a fraction more, if anything. A little bit slower, just dipped. And Western unable to get to the pitch this time.
Yeah. For
a simple stumping, but got very well taken from Threlkeld, because Western was back quickly there. And that ends up 35 for 6, Leicestershire now.
Looked like she was trying to put a little bit too much on that, and as a result missed the ball and lost her balance at the same time, so it was unlucky.
New batter to the crease now, Holly Whitfield. So it looks like we might not see Danica Roth.
No, it's a shame. As I say, it was some hefty piece of bandaging on that right hand, I'm trying to say. I don't think it was wrist area, it was more across their forehead, the back of their hand, palm area, that's where the strapping seemed to be with the ice in it. It's a real shame. Should have been looking forward to batting against these bowlers, I'm sure.
Yeah, Whitfield in a spot earlier than expected, facing up to Eccleston. Final ball of the 12th over.
Oof.
Just tickles that one down the leg side. They'll run through for it.
Chase for Morris.
They'll push for 2. They'll make 2 comfortably, and Morris just about drags that one back before it reaches the rope, and it's given us a leg bye. Tickled off the pad there of Whitfield's. 37 for 6. Leicestershire now. We're just trying to get up to 50 will be the milestone.
Well, yeah, you want to set these little landmarks yourself, don't you? Otherwise there's no point. You've got to have little victories within potentially a, dare we say, a fairly hefty loss. But yeah, you've still got to set yourself little targets, or what's the point of being out there?
12 overs gone now. Lancashire continue their commanding position by bringing back Kate Cross for her 4th and final over of this T20 match. She bowled well early on, just the 1 wicket to her name. She'll attack again now, and that was just tickled in the leg side. Nice shot there from Crofts. Picks up a single.
Yeah, that's what she's got to do. Take the runs when they're on offer.
Games around the country. Currently innings break down in Guildford for Surrey against Durham. Surrey made 194 before going down very, very nicely over there. Cross in again now. Full and straight, and just tickled around the legs again. Worked down to fine leg for another single. Another leg by though. Whitfield's still yet to get off the mark, but has picked up some runs.
Antarish showing us his left leg there. Now we've seen the sat.
Yeah, runs for Jones down there. Emma Jones, 88 not out she made off just 49 deliveries. Dot ball.
Any extras in that game? Because they gave a heck of a lot of extras against Lancashire last week.
Just the 5 actually.
5, well that's better. It was 33 last week. 33 extras in all. There's a difference between the win and the defeat in the end.
Big, and then
it's good.
Phoebe Franklin made 58 as well. But it was those two who did the bulk damage.
This cross comes in.
Struck high, going to be going over. Semi-appeal. As Crofts looks to work that one into the leg side, but unable to lay bat on it. Another dot ball. Cross has been good so far. 9 runs from her 3.4 overs so far. 2 deliveries are made. Very miserly, very tidy.
Yeah, this is consistent, as I say.
And another dot ball. Offering nothing but the top of off. So good as Kate Cross.
Yeah. I mean, run-up is just metronomic, our action is metronomic, it's just so it's economical, and anything that's so economical is easy to repeat and you're less likely to make mistakes. It's just beautiful, it's poetry in motion.
Full and straight and flicked away there, lovely shot from Crofts. Just going to get 1 from it, and she will keep the strike for the next over. Move on to 40 to Leicestershire now, still 6 down. Crofts on to 2, Whitfield still yet to trouble the scorers. 141 to win, 42 balls remaining, looking increasingly unlikely Leicestershire are going to get anywhere near the total. But they put up a really good fight in the field in particular. Some great fielding in that first innings and some great impressive bowling as well. And we see some glimpses with the bat in hand. Eccleston has been taken down a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they like the look of that spin bowler. They thought they'd have a go at her. She was excellent in her first spell, wasn't she?
She's picked up 3 wickets. There's Norris. In again now. Bit of width on offer, but it's swinging back in again still, I think. See here, yeah. Just a fraction of in-swing.
A little inside out. She'd be eyeing up a fifer. She'd be thinking, oh, the fifer's on here.
Yeah, Crofts looks to try and work that one through the offside. No protection out on the boundary on the offside. There's a couple sweepers out on the leg sides. Fine leg, deep square, plus a fielder in front of us here at third man as well. That's a bit straighter and clipped nicely into the leg side. They'll push for 2, but only get 1 for it. Lovely shot again there from Crofts. She's looked really nice so far with bat in hand, as Crofts. Bowled a bit as well.
Yeah, bit of everything from Crofts.
Picked up a wicket. Crofts got a few more. So that one's up in the air. Going to fall just away from a Threlkeld there. They get 1 from it. Whitfield's off the mark though. She looks to turn that one into the leg side and can only find the top edge.
A less than perfect throw in from Threlkeld. Smale, the other keeper in the team, was giggling with her about that. She's the one who went to stumps. Automatically, reserve keeper, straight to stumps. That's mine, I'm going in there. Yeah.
You can tell Threlkeld's not used to removing the gloves perhaps.
Yeah. Norris.
Around the wicket. Trying to cramp up the batter and it's just tickled around the corner. Going to push for 2. Should get back for 2. They do indeed. Good running there from Crofts. Won't get runs down to her name though. It's another leg by.
There's a good right-handed pick up there from the left-handed Sophie Norris on the run.
Extras contributing to the total pretty tidily so far for the Foxes here. Norrison again. Full and straighter and clipped up towards Cross and I think doesn't quite carry.
Not quite. Don't see a celebration.
Yeah, I think perhaps
not
quite happy with that.
I think she maybe caught it and then grounded it.
It's a tricky one there. You had slight blocked by umpires and batters and bowlers in front of us here, but no wicket and Crofts continues. Now struck on the pads, big appeal. Not given though, going to be tailing down the leg side I'd have thought. Yeah, everything taking it down the leg side. The left-hander coming round the wicket, angled in. That ends the over, 44 for 6, 14 overs gone now.
Well, the Foxes are edging towards that first target, 50 runs here. Good over again from, as you say, from Norwich, has been exceptional.
I think that will be the end of her as well. 4 overs, 3 wickets, 7 runs.
Wow. So we've had Norris, one in, and now Norris, now we've got Morris, S. Morris.
Possibly F. Morris next over.
Yep.
It's a possibility.
Morrises and Norrises everywhere. Left arm round from Sophie Morris.
Just defended, first up from Whitfield. Just out into the covers, onto the front foot. To use her feet, hit down the ground, but going to run off the misfield there, pings off. I think that's Tara Norris in there at mid-off, pings off her knee.
She ran after the ball, it had gone the other direction when it bounced off her knee. I'm sure her teammates will remind her of that in the change room later.
That was up in the air on the leg side, big hit, could go all the way. Doesn't quite have the legs to reach the boundary. Couple bounces and fielded out there by Seren Smale. Comes around from deep square leg. Big swing there though from Croft, sends it high into the sky, over to our right.
Good piece of fielding from Smale. She had a few little misfields at Blackpool. She was a bit disconsolate in the end with their fielding, but no mistakes there from Smale. Well done.
See a change in field as well. Fee Morris dropping out to cow corner, out to where that ball was targeted, and Sophie Eccleston dropping into catching mid-wicket. That was reverse sweep, lovely shot there, gorgeous! To run away all the way to 4, brilliant shot there from Crofts. Fantastic shot, just
shot of the day.
Reverse sweeps that one, really inventive there from Laura Crofts. Not a huge amount wrong with that delivery there from Morris. And Crofts just whips that one backward a point.
Well, we've packed the leg side field. Where's the space? Oh, there it is. I'll just pull out the reverse sweep.
On to 9, Crofts moves. That one looks to try and push that one into the leg side, but doesn't connect. Top ball. Got to cross her stumps a lot more that time. Just smart cricket here from Crofts. Reverse out again, but doesn't connect as well this time, and just finds Grace Potts, and we'll have to settle for a dot that time. Ends the 15th over, 51 for 6.
Yeah.
The 50 up as well with that shot there. Brilliant reverse sweep from Laura Crofts. 51 for 6, 15 overs gone. Seemingly almost impossible now for Leicestershire to win, but they have brought up the 50 at least and put on a good display.
And they pulled out a few little trick shots along the way, which is always good to see. We've got Whitfield on strike. 2 from her 5 deliveries, and Fee Morris into bowl, right arm, off break. Now we've got Morris at either end now, just what you don't need. Fee Morris. First ball, dot ball. Let's say Jackson on the catch in the mid-wicket area. A bit shorter. She's driven that. It's 4 short of long on. 1 run.
Yeah, it's a good thing there. Drop back long on there, otherwise could have been straight to Kate Cross.
Brings Cross onto strike. Morrison, Fee Morrison. Oh, and she's beaten the edge there. Straight through the basket, take from throw Celts. Oh, it just bounced a little higher than she expected that one. Third ball. She swept really well. Oh, great piece of fielding on the boundary. I think that's Grace Potts down there, the tall, statuesque player. Yeah, it's Grace Potts, well done. Saved 3 runs. In again from Morris, driven to deep long on, 1 run.
Nice shot there from Whitfield again,
Yeah.
just getting to the pitch, and that's a long drive. Let's move her on to 4.
4 of 8 is Whitfield. Crofts has got 10 off her 22 deliveries, so a little bit of rebuilding here for Foxes, a little mini revival. B. Morris looking to push off and take a run as Crofts, none there. That's the over from Fee Morris. The end of that 16th over, 54 for loss of 6. Fox's wickets. Interesting to see who's on to bowl next. We continuing with Sophie Morris? No, we've got to change a bowler.
Yeah, Threlkeld's mixed up the bowlers a lot today. She opened up with 6 overs straight of Cross and Norris, and then it's been a lot of chopping and changing since.
So it's the fast, medium pace, medium fast bowling of Grace Potts. from the clubhouse end. Right arm over into Whitfield, and that's a high one. Threlkelt's chasing after it. It's over her shoulder and it just beats Threlkelt, who does a very dramatic roll and launches it back into the stumps.
Yeah, much better throw from her. I think she'll be happy with that one.
Yeah, I think so. Don't think her teammates will be having a go to about that one. But Potts has forced an error straight away there, their pace. Second ball. It's Whitfield, straight driven. No run. Still beautiful today. It's a really gorgeous day. We've got really lucky yet again. How many times have we said that this summer? It's been amazing weather.
It has been a very good start to the season.
Proper summer yet,
yeah.
are we?
which means it's inevitably going to rain for the next 3 months.
Race Potts, third ball of her over. And that's, oh, she's edged that over the keeper, but Sophie Morris may just cut it off. She's put in the dive. The spectator behind has put in a better one, and he's managed to stop it going on to the second team pitch. Sorry to wake you up, sir. I think he was having a little nap then. Anyhow, it's 4 runs to the Foxes total. Unlucky, Potts is laughing it off. She knows she's been unlucky on 2 occasions there. 2 good balls, 2 deliveries that could have gone anywhere, but didn't go in the way of Thunder on this occasion. Sign of a good bowler, she's not letting it bother her. And she comes again. Defensive shot from the batter on this occasion. No run.
Good start from Potts again into a third over. Unlucky with that boundary, as you mentioned. Big thick outside edge, but she'll take.
She's coming in again to Whitfield. She's used her legs. This time it's going to be a catch. No, it's just fallen short again of Cross. That's a third occasion Cross has been so close to a catch. She's laughing at the absolutely reckless, for want of a better word, throw that she's just put into the stumps there. She was lucky there was a lot of people backing up on that occasion.
You wonder whether maybe Cross and Norris at Mid-innings could come in a yard or two and try and be that step closer, a couple steps closer to maybe have an opportunity to take some catches, but
we'll see. As Potts comes in again. Oh, little defensive prod forward there from the batter. Field. That's the end of the over. 61 for 6. So they're picking up 6 or 7 and over, these two between them, not always in a manner that they expected to pick them up, with a few odd edges here and there, but they're certainly going for the shots. But obviously at this stage it's a case of just playing for pride and just seeing how many runs they can actually pick off from this excellent Lancashire Thunder attack. And you can see there from the little worm that Badger and Coombs are very kindly presented for us, that they're way behind scoring rate all the way through the game. Lancashire really pressed them. Eccleston's coming back into the attack, and the other through at Abbott's end. That's lofted again, and this time I think it's going to go. Yeah. Safely taken. I think that could be Kesterman over there, 10 round.
Looks like it, I want to say.
Yeah, it is. Kesterman's taken a really good catch over there. High one, coming in and out of grey and blue in the sky, so never ultra easy, but she made it look very easy indeed. And that was coming for a few overs, wasn't it? At some point one of these lofted drives is going to find one of the red spots beneath the ball.
Yeah, there have been a fair few opportunities, none quite as easy as that one, and Eccleston makes no mistake getting her wicket, and a simple catch in the end there, as you say, from
very cool.
Kesterman.
But well played to the batter for having a go, playing the shots.
That means April Herithgay comes out to the crease, the leg spinner.
And of course we're not sure if Roth is going to make an appearance.
I would assume it's probably unlikely.
Unlikely, no point at this stage to risk it if it is potentially a fracture or a bad sprain of some description. It's not worth it. Still got a couple of overs left after Eccleston's over.
Very good, very impressive so far from Lancashire. Pretty ruthless with their bowling.
So Herring Gathay's in to face Eccleston, and I don't think she will relish this particularly. I asked her about her batting skill, and we laughed. I said, and she looked at me, and I said, "Are you a proper tail ender?" She went, "Yeah, proper tail ender." I said, "Not like these modern ones. They like to play cricket shots," and she's struggling. But then, you know what? At least it was Eccleston. It's Eccleston out there.
Exactly.
If you're going to be a tail ender, at least it's against Eccleston. Yeah. But I'd like to see her get at least 1 or 2 scoring shots away. That would be great for her confidence, wouldn't it? Well done, well done. 1 run off the mark. That's what I wanted.
Lovely shot there from
nice.
Just into the leg side for a simple single. Leicestershire into the 60s at the moment. 1 ball remains in the 18th over.
Eccleston false starts. Yeah, it's turned a little bit.
62 for 7, 18 overs gone now.
Yep.
Just 2 overs away, or possibly 2 wickets away from victory now, Lancashire. An inevitable victory and a trip down to Somerset in just a couple of days' time.
Taunton, yeah. We'll find out tomorrow evening who their opposition will be. Kent or the Blaze, and I don't think Lancashire would mind whichever it was, to be honest with you, having beaten the Blaze twice already this season. And Kent in with a chance there, obviously. You're always in with a chance with cricket, but they are the underdogs, so to speak, being a Tier 2 team against a professional team in Tier 1. It's Potts in a full stride. Harangathe pushes it away from her body. No run. So they've been fairly respectful to her batting abilities. They've still got 2 sweepers out on the boundary on the leg side and a cover fielder. Oh, there you go. Bowler spotted that and gone, no, we're not having that. Come in on the 1. So
no easy singles.
No easy singles to the tail, and that's another one on the offside brought into the ring. Potter's in. Oh, and she's forced a very sharpish defensive shot from Harangathe there. Last minute adjustment, but a good one. Played it well in the end.
Yeah, still really need to nip around a bit as Potts. She's bowled very tidily without any rewards from her 3.2 overs so far. Angled that one in, just nipped away a fraction off the pitch. Just good to see.
Potts. And that's a great shot. That might even go for 4. Oh no, it's going to be cut off. Oh, juggled it a little bit, but Cross did the job in the end. Cut off the 4. Good shot from Harangathe.
That was very good effort from Cross there. She almost slid across the ropes while holding the ball. Did well to keep it back and get her foot up in the air while she was touching the ball over the rope. So
good thinking.
Yeah, good effort from the England international.
Dare I say Lancashire legend? Am I allowed to use that word? I think I can. She is, isn't she? Oh, it's close to being a Y, but not given.
I think once she retires, she'll definitely go down in the history books. Will Kate Cross play a lot for England as well?
There's no more stands left at Emirates Old Ends to name. She'll have to have something named after her.
Do gates and stuff now, possibly an option. The Kate Cross gate.
Could have a terrace named after her.
Yeah. Balcony.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? Cross balcony. That's another nice looking shot. She was lying to me, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She can play a bit, this young lady with her bat. She was having me on a little bit there, I think. So another good shot, down to square for 1 run.
The cross balcony just sounds like someone goes there after having a bad day.
I know, that's how I said it. Yeah. Like, the way you go when you've just got out in a stupid fashion. You're on the cross balcony. Like the naughty chair. Potter's in. Oh, that's hoisted. hoisted, and it's Norris underneath it. That one was never going to be dropped either. There's another wicket gone. 8 down. Well, that was a valiant attempt by Crofts to get the run total to a respectable amount. She didn't hold back. She went for a shot. 10 off her 25 deliveries.
Yeah, looks to try and just cart that one away over the leg side, but didn't get a hold of it in the end. Comes off kind of the toe of the bat, the inside edge even, and straight up in the air for another good but simple catch for Tara Norris. She's the Emma Thatcher coming to the crease now. Opening bowler, left armour.
Left armour.
And I assume that means we probably won't see Danica Roth return either, unfortunately. So this is probably going to be the last wicket, you'd assume.
I can't see anybody else padded up down on the Foxes. Or shall I say? Oh yeah. So, oh no, that's the outgoing bat. No, I can't see anybody padded up over there. So you've got carte blanche to do what she likes here, really, isn't she? These two, haven't they? These two. Herathgay, 4 of her 8 deliveries, and Thatcher gets a face.
As we thought, just had it confirmed that Roth isn't batting. So this will be the last wicket.
Eccleston. Oh, big swipe across the line from Herathgay.
Final over now as well for Lancashire. For Eccleston, try and get her 3rd wicket of the day.
She's hoisted that right over mid-wicket, head out to the boundary. There's a speedy old fielder on that side though, covering. Sweeps round, picks it up. She gets 2 runs, it's Herathgay. Medic. From Norfolk actually, she's studying at Nottingham University. Plays it straight back to Eccleston along the ground, no run.
I think she must have just been being nice earlier when she was saying she wasn't a proper
modest.
Yeah, very
too modest. Yeah. Let's edge that one there, and that might even run away for a 4. Arangatha's got a streaky 4. We won't say streaky in the scorebook as we know, so another 4 to her total. Yeah, well played. Fortune again favours the brave there on that occasion. She looked behind, wasn't sure where it was going. Oh, hello. Oh, that will be a fine in the clubhouse as well at the end of the game for Norris. Taking the stumps down. Eccleston into her Arangatha. She's gone again. Oh, I think she's run out of luck. And Eccleston is oh, it's across, and she celebrates. Finally one of them's gone to hand, and I do believe that is the end of the innings for the Foxes, and they end up on a total of 71 for 8 at the end of that game, having been excellent in the field. I've got to say, excellent in the field, up against a really strong Lancashire side, Lancashire Thunder side. 3 England internationals on show, 4 actually with Smale, and a USA international, Scottish international there as well. So everything piled against them, and to make 71 for 9 when they had such a poor start, being 15 for 3, I think is an admirable score.
Yeah, very, very good effort there from Leicestershire. As you say, just running through the scorecard quickly. Lancashire batted first, made 180 for 4. Emma Lamb opening batting 41. Sharon Smale 58 she made, coming in at number 3. Nelly Threlkeld, the skipper, a very inventive 45 with a few reverse scoops and sweeps and stuff coming out as well. Pick of the bowlers was Ellie Phillips, who took 1 for 28 alongside Whitfield's 1 for 25 and 1 for 33 for Laura Crofts as well. Then came Leicestershire's turn with the bat. It kind of all slowly fell apart. I think a pretty good 71 in the end. They fell just 1 ball before the end. Pick of the bowlers shared between Tara Norris, who took 3 for 7, and Sophie Eccleston 3 for 14. But a lot of really impressive shots throughout as well. A few big shots down the ground. Sophie Eccleston taken down a few times as well. And you can see and hear probably as well, clapping and cheering around the ground as well. And a good day out here at Kibworth Cricket Club.
Yeah, we've been very well hosted by Kibworth, looked after royally. Lovely club. And again, if you've enjoyed any of the coverage and you want to share it with your friends, please do. Like and share, gets us noticed, gets the viewing figures up, gets women's cricket more profile, greater profile. That's what we're looking for at the moment. So it's off to Taunton we go on Monday. We'll find out tomorrow whether it's Kent or the Blaze for the semi-final of this trophy.
Yeah, we'll see you guys very soon. There'll be some T20 blast starting in a couple of weeks as well, continuing on from this cup competition, and then they'll be back for the Metrobank One Day Cup towards the back end of the summer as well. After the 100, that'll be as well. So until then, we'll see you in a week's time or so.
Thanks for joining us.
Two names rich in history, Barton's, our family-run business with over 100 years of experience in drinks distribution, and Lancashire Cricket, a club drenched in tradition, heritage and globally recognised moments. Since 1917, Barton's has been supplying the finest wines, soft drinks and premium beverages across the UK, partnering with world-class brands to bring unforgettable experiences to every occasion. Now, we're excited to announce we will be bringing that same passion to cricket fans at Emirates Old Trafford. As the official wine, spirits and soft drinks partner of Lancashire Cricket, we're elevating matchday experiences, hospitality and celebrations across the next 3 years. From the first ball to the final cheers, Barton's is here to make every moment one to savour. Keep an eye out for some familiar brands such as Guinness, Celavino, VK Hooch and Britvic. Bartons and Lancashire Cricket, partnership built on passion, unforgettable moments and history.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extra.
When I was a kid, there was no professional women's cricket. I didn't even think that women could be professional sports people.
Especially early on, it just didn't really seem like there was a career in it.
To support myself around cricket, I had to work at the petrol garage.
I was the only girl, so I stood out.
I'd love for young girls to be able to dream about being an athlete and it to be achievable.
Thanks to the Hilton funding my contract, it's allowed me to play the game that I love all day, every day.
We're like an engine and we need to be fuelled with the right gas.
Without funding, we can't be visible. You can't be what you can't see.
As a team, it feels like we're breaking boundaries.
Thunder and Lancashire always want to put women's cricket at the forefront, and now I think that's really shining through.
It's mad to think that without the Hilton funding, like, we wouldn't be playing cricket every day, training.
Well, we could be, but we wouldn't have any money.
We wouldn't, yeah, true.